So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what they say, you can't trust a dog to watch your house or your sandwich. Call Forest Security today.
Call us today at 708-452-2000 or visit forestsecurity.com.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what they say, you can't trust a dog to watch your house or your sandwich. Call Forest Security today.
Call us today at 708-452-2000 or visit forestsecurity.com.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what they say, you can't trust a dog to watch your house or your sandwich. Call Forest Security today.
Call us today at 708-452-2000 or visit forestsecurity.com.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com. I don't know. Do the best you can, man. We're out of space. We're going to have to push them over. All right. After this, it's your show, okay? You know how to do it? Well, I get you a mouse at the second half. We're out of time now. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Triton College. Kyle Smith alongside Bill Vilsaway. Fenwick against Notre Dame College Prep. Fenwick looking to go to 4-1, partner, and they were lucky to win last week. Very lucky, in fact.
Interesting how you said lucky. Man, they played fantastic in the fourth quarter. They have a very stingy defense, made a terrific comeback. They were the one score in the first half, right? That's all they had. They waited until the fourth quarter to get the last 10 points, and really St. Francis made some coaching errors, I felt like, in that fourth quarter to allow Fenwick to come back. But what a great job by Fenwick. That last week's game was an instant classic to raise their record to 3-1 last week.
It sure was. The lights went out. Everything went right for them the last 4 minutes. The problem with that, the first 44 minutes were clearly run by St. Francis as the kickoff about to happen here. Notre Dame will kick off to the Friars. As the kickoff will be by their place kicker, Colin Source. Up in the air, and it's picked up by Fenwick, and he's brought down to the 34-yard line. So 11:54 on the clock, 1st and 10, as the ball will be placed at the 34-yard line.
So on defense, Notre Dame has given up 28 points to Joliet Catholic, 35 to Mount Carmel, 14 to St. Patrick, and 12 to Willowbrook.
Jet sweep that time to Avion Brown. What a beautiful block by D'Elise.
You know, good running backs, they can run the ball, Bob, but great running backs, they can run the ball, pick up the blitz, and also help out their ball carrier wide receiver on a block like that.
Yeah, exactly. I say that when I'm coaching. If you play a position, whatever the position is that you play, you got to play the complete position. You've got to do it all. You can't be a running back and not catch the ball. You can't be a running back and not block blitzers.
It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Friars at the 36. Shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Rolling outside the pocket is Hill. And lack of communication. He thought the wide receiver was coming back on the route. Wide receiver did a fly route. At the end of the day, it's 3rd and 8 coming up for Fenwick.
But what he did is just launch the ball into the bench. No big deal. Come back and get it on the next down. No sense in taking an unnecessary sack or a possible fumble. Just, the clock's running out on his arm. Just throw it out of bounds.
Fenwick football at their own 36. Shotgun, as both teams will do most of the night, as both teams run the spread. A little bit of press coverage shown by Darvion Moore, and now he'll go back to press coverage.
On defense, I like press coverage on 3rd and anything more than about 5 or 6 yards. Keep the play in front of you.
They go back and forth between press coverage and zone. And maybe the press coverage would have worked, Bob. Easy first down as Fenwick moves the chains.
Well, Fenwick's got a darn good quarterback. There wasn't a whole lot of space on that catch. We talk about being open and being what you'd say NFL ready open. That was high school open. Nice pass.
1st and 10. Clock moves again. Screen pass to Bajorson as he's brought down near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, close to the first, not quite. Oftentimes in high school football, you'll see the ball at the marker and they give you the first down. Here, it's about 2 yards short.
They're going to place it at the 46. Great gain for Fenwick on 1st down.
And I like this hurry-up offense right away out of the get-go.
2nd and 10, screen pass to Bajorson. Flag on the play, and it's interesting what they call here, partner. I thought I saw Bajorson lead with his forearm into the face mask. You might get the rare offensive face mask call here.
Well, that's what I like when you can actually replay it back on YouTube. You play it back for the last 5 or 10 seconds. You can play it in slow motion, fast motion, high def, whatever. But I was intrigued by, it looks like Notre Dame's content to let the little 5-yard and out pass happen continuously downfield. That's one of the reasons why they're hurry up offense. It doesn't give the defense time to reset, talk about things, those kinds of things. So very nice opening drive by Fenwick, although this penalty is going to drop them back a bit.
So it is against the Friars. Offensive face mask is the call. As we'll replay 2nd down.
And about 5, 6 maybe.
They run that time. TJ Smith in motion, handoff up the middle. D'Alise stuffed right at the point of attack. And he actually got another yard after it looked like his forward motion was going to be stopped.
Notre Dame did a good job, though, only giving up that yard plus some forward motion. Now it's 3rd, not exactly long, but 3rd and 4. Fenwick's ready to go right away. I like this offense.
So clock stops at 10:35. I don't know why they stopped the clock. As the officials
it's probably a mistake by the scoreboard operator.
And clock will run, 10:22 on the clock. One in the backfield, 3rd and 4. Looking for D'Alise. It was well covered. Now Hill will have to roll out to his right. He'll try to get the first down himself, and he'll get it. He gets the first down, Bob, but great defense from Notre Dame. Played contained, and they really made Merrick Hill work for that first down.
Oh, exactly right. And you could see he spotted the spot at the sideline and knew that's exactly where he had to go to get that first down. Did a good job stopping and starting to deke the defender out.
You don't want to give up first downs, but you also want to make Merrick Hill work for it as that high snap. D'Alise does a lot with that high snap, and we've seen that in high school football, partner. Sometimes the high snaps actually help out the offense because the defense, like, what do I do now? You're not in rhythm on defense, and then that offensive player, the running back, gets through the hole quicker because the defense is out of sorts on the play. 2nd and 6, fakes the handoff, and Hill kept it and might not have been a good decision. He was stuffed, and he'll probably be called for a tackle for loss.
Well, as a coaching staff, I'm not a fan of the high snap, right? Whenever I see a high snap, I'm like, uh-oh, that's over the quarterback's head, look out. And, of course, if you're a defender, that's what you're thinking, too, and you're starting to change your rush to go after the ball rather than the players.
3rd and 7. They're going to place it at the 41-yard line. If there's anything wrong with the broadcast, just go on the live chat. We'll get it fixed for you. 3rd and 7 at the Notre Dame 41. One in the backfield. Quick pass. Guarded great by Notre Dame. I'm kind of surprised by that, partner. They've had time with that offensive line. I'd like to see what Merrick Hill could do with an extra 2 seconds in the pocket.
Well, I mean, that was the pattern he ran, right? It was a comeback route to the 7-yard line and come back. But even if he completes it, he's going to be a yard or two short. You have to come back to the ball if you're the receiver.
Right. I would have liked to see them get something down the field, but they're going to go for it anyways. 4th and 7, showing blitz, and then they back off, do the Dons.
Well, they've done a good job at putting third down situations in front of Fenwick. Fenwick's just done a good job picking them up.
Here comes the blitz. Good pass to Smith. And that is not a drop, by the way. That was knocked out by Darvion Moore. Usually when it's in the breadbasket of Smith, he hangs on to it, but Darvion Moore with a fantastic play.
That's exactly what you wanted to say. It was good defensive play. The pass is incomplete. It was 4th and long enough where they couldn't throw a real short pass and maybe not run.
Right.
The defense up the middle has been stout, so a good stop for Notre Dame. Get the ball, no score. And they're, not quite at midfield, 41-yard line. So right now they have to feel pretty good about themselves. They feel like they're winning even though the score is 0-0.
1st and 10, it's place of the 41. I would have liked for them to punt there, but Fenwick went for it, and they didn't even gain a single yard on that 4th down play. Handoff up the middle. Fenwick snuffed it out quickly, and a short gain on the running play.
Yeah, that three-man up front defense by Fenwick last week was really good all game. Got a little bit tired, I think, at the end of the St. Francis game, but they still pulled it out in that instant classic game last week, 1-point win.
It'll be 2nd and 10, still at the 41-yard line. Clock continues to run. Shotgun formation, pistol for the Dons. Outside the pocket, wide open, and it's completed that time to Tom Janis as he'll get the first down. Not good coverage that time by the Friars.
Well, and you have to give credit to the pass. This is a nice pass.
Well, true, but when he's that wide open, I could have completed that one.
Ooh, I'd like to play defense on that wobbler.
You haven't seen me throw yet. I might throw a perfect spiral.
Well, you proved you can sing.
I can sing, yeah. Shotgun formation. Fraterigo has great size for the position. 6'2", 170-pound QB from Queen of All Saints. Fraterigo with the ball. He's going to keep it right up the middle, and he fumbled it. Avion Brown picks it up. The Notre Dame coaching staff argues he was down. We're going to watch that on replay right now.
Well, it's pretty obvious to me, and of course the whole Notre Dame coaching staff up here in the press box with us, that the knee was down before the ball came out. Again, you get to replay that on YouTube. The refs had it right away. It's not like they let the play go on and then conferred later.
Meanwhile, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dons.
And what's lost in that, it was an excellent play. It was a run to the left and the quarterback sneak up the middle, kind of a delayed draw, so to speak, and it was a big gainer right up the middle. This quarterback can run.
Rolls outside the pocket, out to the sideline. Good throw by Fraterigo, but the Friars better defense, and 2nd and 10 coming up for the Notre Dame Dons.
Yeah, that receiver wasn't exactly open. He had covered short, and that's where the ball got tipped, and then got tackled before the ball got to him. So excellent defense. 2nd and 10 now.
2nd and 10 for Fraterigo and this Notre Dame offense.
So what you want to do is pick up 2, 5 or 6 yard gains, get that first down. It looks like a short pass to either side could be open. I would go left, see what they do.
Switching on defense.
Quarterback draw.
Quarterback draw.
Yeah, they didn't get their 5 yards, so now it's 3rd and kind of long against a pretty stingy Fenwick defense. I guess I like that call, though. You're not risking an incomplete pass. You proved that the quarterback can run. You're wearing out that defensive line, but whatever you did, it's 3rd and 7, maybe 8, 7.5.
3rd and 7. They're going to place it at the Fenwick 37.
So this is where I like to make passes where the receiver is in stride, not coming back to the quarterback. You need to make the first down. You need the momentum. Instead,
little flobber of a throw. It was a wobbling throw and incomplete. And I say flobber because it was like a little flip and a wobbling pass at the same time.
Now, this is where I like to pretend I'm a coach here, right? So I'm thinking if Notre Dame coaching staff is listening, right, you might want to run a little bit more than they have been. I like this call, punting it away. Get Fenwick back on their own goal line.
You like this call. Last week you were against the pooch punts. Now you're all for them.
This isn't a pooch punt. This is a real punter.
Yeah, but they're at the 37 of
right. So they
don't have a lot of room to punt.
Right. Yeah, I'm not I would definitely be punting in this case, but I do think Notre Dame should dust off their running game and see if they can challenge those 3 up-front linemen from Fenwick. You might not get the gains you need in the first 2, maybe 3 quarters, but the fourth quarter, it's going to be rough for them. Bounced.
Line drive kick. Takes a very friendly Don roll inside the 10, and it'll slow down past the 9.
Now, you have to say that was absolutely a phenomenal punt. First down at the 8-yard line for Fenwick, and that's why you don't go for it on 4th and 7. I'm going to loosely call it at midfield.
Yeah, that's why I wish Fenwick had done that. But if you don't feel comfortable with your punter, that's the thing. Sports is all about confidence, and if you don't feel confident in your player to execute, then you don't punt on 4th and 7 at the opponent's 41.
Well, it was a good call to punt. It just wasn't a good punt last week.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, when St. Francis did it, they had their quarterback do the pooch punt instead of their punter.
Right. That's what the Bears offensive coordinator is saying, right? That's me saying, hey, there's nothing wrong with the play calls. They got to execute.
I think I saw Mahomes do that once, though, with a pooch punt. So if you're athletic enough, you can pull it off. Hill in the pocket. It's a clean pocket for Hill. And now Hill go right up the middle with it. Gain maybe a yard. 2nd and long coming up as the clock continues to run.
And that was a clean pocket. He had like all day to throw that. And then Justin Fields held onto the ball and ran forward for a yard or 2, got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and long now. You're at your own end zone when the hike happens.
Back at the 8. Hill in the pocket. He's going to roll to the right. Wide open man. Terrible throw. If you got some air underneath it, partner, that might have been a touchdown pass.
You took the words right out of my mouth. You have to air that up there, let the receiver run under it. Either that or you have to count on you and the receiver with your eyeballs cut into the middle so that a hard, low throw isn't going to have a defender in the way. Unfortunately, to make that completion, there was a defender in the way, even though he looked open. But you're right. The best throw would have been over the top, and there was no safety help.
3rd and 10 for the Fenwick Friars.
I think if I were Fenwick, I'd like to see that play again. Maybe right now, but soon again. That's a touchdown written all over it.
Hill with another clean pocket.
They are doing
down the middle. Dropped it. Might have been a tug, too, by the wide receiver. Either way, it's incomplete.
I don't know. That was like a perfect pass. The receiver just dove for it and just didn't hang on to it.
I don't know. I think Emmett Romey has pushed off a little bit.
Oh, you also think Jordan pushed off.
Well, he did.
No, he didn't. There was no push off there.
Well, you're a Bulls fan. Your point of view is very, very biased. You talk to anybody in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, anybody in Salt Lake City, right. Not the rest of the world.
And calling for the fair catch.
So Notre Dame, deep sort of territory, 37-yard line. They start out 1st and 10. So Notre Dame is winning the field position battle. They also got to feel like, when I said earlier it was 0-0, it's still 0-0. Notre Dame with the ball, so they got to feel like they're winning even though it's a tie game. They have possession with 5:44 to go in the first period.
All right, sorry if there was an echo, guys. We got that figured out. 1st and 10, ball at the 36-yard line.
So we were broadcasting from the Grand Canyon there? Got an echo?
Yeah, 1st and 10.
We probably sounded very important then.
Handoff up the middle.
See, I like this. If I'm Notre Dame, I keep on the ground up the middle, then up the left, up the right. Now, up the middle is often pretty good. You got 5 blockers, and Fenwick is playing the line with 3, plus their linebackers. I'd stay on the ground until Fenwick can prove they stop the run. So I'd run left or run right, inside handoff. But stay on the ground here.
2nd and 3, ball at the 29. Fakes the handoff over the middle, and it's dropped. Not a great throw by Fraterigo. If it was in stride, it would have been a first down.
Well, but what you got to say, though, is the receiver was open. He was in front of the defender, and if the catch gets made, it was no defender in the way. Just didn't hold on to it, was all.
Well, it was a bad throw, that's why.
Well, I don't know that in his hands is a bad throw.
Well, you got to get in front. Can't be behind him. You get your wide receiver killed that way.
Yeah, have to play that back. Oh, no, he was still sliding with the defender, not coming from behind him, but they were running together sideways. That was all right.
Rolls over to the right, up in the air, and still completed.
The words that you would use is, yes, that was a risky pass. The defender was in the way, and if that ball wasn't lofted almost perfectly, it wouldn't have been a completion. In fact, worse, could have been a pick 6. But a perfect throw, it was caught. That moves the chains. First down, they're at the 25.
Right. That's the only good thing about a wobbling throw like that. When it's up in the air, if it's picked off, your offensive lineman and quarterback have time to get back to tackle. When it's a line drive pickoff, it's usually a pick 6 the other way. Not enough time to get back into the play to make the tackle.
Yeah, interesting argument, but I don't think I'd bet on my lineman to outrun that cornerback.
Right, handoff to the right.
And there's the running game we want to see. Now they're down to about, what, the 15? Or is that the 10?
Right.
It's at an angle here. It's at the 10.
Well, to play devil's advocate on that, I usually don't trust my quarterback to chase down and tackle the cornerback.
That's true also. So second and about a yard to go for a first down. And again,
11.
if I'm Notre Dame, keep it on the ground. So offensive coordinators, listen.
Second and 1, ball at the 11. Almost offside with a Friars shotgun.
I like it, inside handoff.
And maybe got it. Usually when it's close at the high school level, they give them the benefit of the doubt.
But I like that run up the middle. Okay, they stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. They probably have the first down. I think they've got the first down, but we haven't seen the chains move yet. There's the mark. Looks like the chains are going to move, first down. But if they had gotten a couple extra yards, it could have been 1st and 7, 1st and 8. But it is 1st and 9.5 at the, I guess you're going to call it the 10-yard line, maybe the 9-yard line.
First and goal, ball at the 9.
I would run. This time I'd go left. You got a lot of green on the left. Pitch out left. That's what I would do.
Fraterigo fakes the handoff, and after all that, he gains positive yardage.
I like that. 8-yard gain right up the middle. Nice keeper. If that was a read, he made the right read.
Looked like he was going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage, but he made something out of nothing and got 7 yards. Second and goal at the 2.
Sure did. Again, I'd go right up the middle, maybe off tackle. They got 2 backs, 1 back. Almost looks like 3, almost.
Handoff up the middle. Fenwick snuffed it out.
That's Fenwick's defense, so they are awesome on defense. Very, very stingy. But now you got 2 plays to run it in from there. And no, I would not kick a field goal at this point. 3 points is not worth the same as 7. Run. But do not pass. No quarterback rollouts unless it's totally a rollout or a naked bootleg, maybe, although I don't think I would run that one. I'd still run hard up the middle, maybe again off tackle.
It's most likely 4-down territory unless you get tackled for loss 2 or more yards. And Notre Dame taking their time, making sure they have the right call they want. And now they'll call a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. It's 0-0 here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Back to the action at beautiful Triton College. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsaway. 2:33 remaining in the quarter. No score. I would personally run a play action here, but we'll see what Notre Dame wants to do.
I understand that. I would be very worried about an interception incomplete, not getting any yards. I would run twice somewhere. Up the middle probably would be my choice. He is rolling out. He is play action.
Breaks
and it is a touchdown. So you can't say this play-by-play doesn't know. Good call, Kyle. Play-by-play, play action pass.
Evan Diblich caught it. 5'7", 175 pounds.
They had a timeout in there to dial that play call up. I like this formation. They'll get out of that in a second.
On the hold will be Ryder Rea. And on the kick, it looks like Flavio Ali, but that kick is blocked. It was off the foot that time of Robert Cuban. It's blocked, and it's 6-0 in favor of St. Patrick. We'll take another timeout. It's 6-0 Notre Dame. We'll take a timeout. You're watching the Friars against the Dons here on SBS. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, everybody. Like I said, live chat's active. Let us know if there's anything wrong. We'll get it fixed for you. 6-0 in favor of the Dons, and you never think special teams matters, Bob, until it does. Last week, St. Francis missed the extra point, and they lost by 1 point.
I was just waiting to say that. That's exactly right. It was underrated. They missed that point, and then that was the point they won by. And here it is. They missed another one against Fenwick, and that could be a 1-point win for Fenwick, but it's early yet.
Still on his feet. What a return that time by Tommy Thies.
I like the effort, and when you get that kind of effort, you got to go back to the coaching staff and say, put him in again. That's how you get noticed and how you get on the field. Great job on that return.
That's
not breaking tackles, just pulling the tacklers with them.
One of the problems with that little floater kick, you have people that aren't, used to tackles. Sometimes you have linemen out there, and they try to make a tackle at the 40-yard line, and Tommy Thies, the little guy, just powers his way through there.
Well, I mean, we're seeing a hole in the Notre Dame kicking game. They missed the extra point, and that kick just wasn't very far. You need to go raid the soccer team.
Another clean pocket for Hill, and here comes the pressure. Huge sack for the Dons.
Yeah, I hate to bring up Fields again, but you're just in the pocket too long. There's a little ticker in your mind, and when that goes off, you got to launch the ball or get out of there, and he got sacked. Good defense.
Yep.
Notre Dame playing well today. Remember we said they felt like they were ahead? Well, now they are ahead.
2nd and 13, ball at the 41 of the Friars. Handoff and read well by the Dons. Finishing the tackle that time is Dan Sherry.
Trouble is there. They got back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down. They still have 10 to go. So what play are they going to dial up to get 10 yards here? Otherwise, they got to punt.
Yep.
Well, Fenwick doesn't like to punt.
3rd and 11. They're going to place it at the 43. Taking his time and a little hard count that time by Hill. They are forcing Hill to throw the ball. He very rarely has time to roll outside the pocket for a QB sneak. Pressure comes up the middle, short pass. And it's caught that time by Romeus, but didn't get much on it, had to dive for it. 4th down coming up. You got to think they punt, but it's like you said last week, Bob. Their punter, he doesn't have the best mechanics when it comes to punting. He likes to throw that ball up, which makes it easier to get blocked and sometimes not as accurate when you kick it.
All true, but boy, I'd be punting. I don't know about this 4th down.
4th and 9, they go for it. Out route. Should be a 1st down. The ball was past the 1st down marker. And it's
I got to
to
say, I don't like the call. I'll take my punter with the bad form over that play any day. Oh, he did catch it?
Yeah.
And they're going to call it a 1st down? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, ball was definitely past the 1st down marker.
I mean, 2 things have to happen there. A, it didn't bounce, and then B, it was caught in front of the line. Well, whatever, 1st down. It worked. I think that flag needs to go on the ref staff. We just don't have a real good, clean shot of the catch. It just didn't look like it from here on the trajectory of the ball. But, of course, the whole bench was in our way. We couldn't really tell either. And I'm guessing our camera didn't pick it up. I mean, it was in full view of the camera, but you can't tell if he caught it or not because of the bench players in the way.
It'll be false start on the Friars. 1st and 15 at the 49.
But excellent execution. Is a 10-yard out. Well-timed. Good play.
And handoff up the middle. Partner, they're going to have to consider some jet sweeps or some reverses. The handoffs up the middle aren't working for Fenwick right now.
Well, that's what you do. I mean, you watch St. Ignatius, and they go run middle, run middle, run middle. All of a sudden, they beat you in those wide sweeps when you're not there. So they're just making the defense stay honest. Yeah, you bet they'll go wide one of these times. And certainly Hill can run and throw. He's a great quarterback.
2nd and 13, ball placed at midfield, right at the 50. Quick pass, and luckily that one was caught. It was behind the wide receiver. Both quarterbacks are struggling right now, partner. Some balls are being thrown behind their wide receivers right now.
Well, although, true, that was a great catch. I mean, yeah, sometimes you got to be able to slow down, stop, and catch the ball behind you, and that was a good grab.
So we're going to take a break, then we'll give you some first quarter stats. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to O'Sullivan's.
Back to the action at beautiful Triton College. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsoe. First quarter stats brought to you by our excellent statistician in Sean Mitchell. Does an excellent job for us, Bob. It'll be 3rd and 8, ball at the 44. Quick pass. TJ Smith trying to get yards after catch, and he is thrown down that time by Notre Dame's Cameron Van Horn. 4th down coming up. I mean, you got to think you want to punt, but I don't see the punter going onto the field.
That's just not their style. They're, as we say, video game football, they're going to go for it 4 downs all the time. I would think if they're going to stay this aggressive, they ought to be running it in for 2 after touchdowns as well when they get the chance.
Fenwick's definitely struggling at running the ball. Going into this quarter, just 6 runs for 10 yards.
Well, struggling is one way to say it, but Notre Dame came to play today. They're swarm tackling everybody on those runs, and it's going to leave it up to Hill to win in the air.
4th and 9, they're going to go for it. Hill in the pocket, rolls over to his left. Here comes the pressure. Sacked by the Dons.
Interesting how Hill went back to the left, and all the receivers were on the right side of the field. There was just nobody open that he could throw to. He had no choice but to get tackled like that.
And you bring up a good point, Bob. Stay in the pocket, stay in the pocket. Because when you roll out to the left and roll out to the right, unless you're Brett Favre, it shortens the field in half because you don't want to throw across your body. Once Hill moves to the left, his wide receivers have to move closer to him because he doesn't have the arm strength to get it to the other sideline quick enough.
Well, and you're taught not even to throw it back across your body, back to the middle. And when you're going to the left, it's even harder to make that throw. So all he could do there is eat it and get sacked. But the receivers were all on the right. He rolled to the left.
Not enough time for them to get back to where he was located. Handoff off the left, gets a couple of yards. The Fenwick defense has been there, partner, but Fenwick, I mean, it's, obvious they're going to have to score points tonight, but they're going to have to score at least 17 points, if not more, if they want to move to 4-1 on the season.
Well, and Notre Dame watched the game last week, or at least the replay of it, and so they know that Fenwick is a little bit, I don't want to say soft on the run, but that's how to attack them. So I would continue to run. It's, 3-4 yards in a cloud of those little rubber pellets, as we like to say.
2nd and 6, ball at the 46. Clean pocket for Federico. He'll roll outside the right as the D-line gets to him eventually, and he'll get a couple of yards on the QB sneak. Clock continues to run. 3rd and short coming up.
Well, I wouldn't call it short, but it is 3rd and 5, and that run didn't get what they wanted. It was the quarterback that tried to kind of delay the run. It's possible he could have thrown it, just decided to hold the ball and get what he could. But 3rd and 5. Now the question is Notre Dame in 4-down territory? Because last time when they punted, they put Fenwick back at the 8-yard line. And if Notre Dame keeps playing that way and winning the field position battle, it's going to be hard for Fenwick to continue to score or to score at all, going 80 or 90 yards downfield.
3rd and 6 at the 45. Shotgun, handoff, rolls to the left. Fenwick, good job on the swarm tackling, finishing. The tackle that time was Charlie Heinrichs.
Yeah, if I'm innocently watching this game on YouTube, it looked to me like there was a lot of green to the left. Continue going that way, and even if you get caught up by Fenwick, you continue to slide a little angled toward the sideline. You could have made the 1st down. Instead, he stopped and tried to bull rush the defender, and it just didn't work.
4th and 4, ball at the 43.
And I like this punt call. Put the ball back in Fenwick's territory if you can, deep. And if they had to punt anything like last time, 8-yard line, it's a nice little watermark to go for.
If you're Fenwick, you probably want to do an all-out attack because last time they snapped it, it was a bad snap. But this time,
beautiful punt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Notre Dame touched it too quickly.
He did touch it too quickly, right? But I don't know that you can get too mad at him for that. If he doesn't touch it, that ball takes a funny hop and goes all the way into the end zone. I'm going to take that as not a bad accident to have happened. I don't think he meant to touch it then. It kind of just bounced up and hit him.
And sometimes it takes that friendly Fenwick hop, and it bounces at a weird angle and then goes forward instead of backward.
Well, yeah, I had too much momentum for that. I was concerned about it flipping into the end zone and then the ball comes out too far. So I think touching it around about that 12 or 14-yard line is where they marked it. It was going to actually work out to Notre Dame's favor in the end. But obviously we'll never know. But, again, you play it back on YouTube and see where you think the ball would have landed.
If you're just joining us, Fraterigo on 4th and 2 got the play-action pass for the touchdown as it was thrown to Evan Diblich. 1st and 10 at Fenwick's 14. Hill in the backfield. It's a shotgun to Hill. Little screen pass as it's delivered to Romeus. Romeus down the sideline. He'll get the first down as they move the chains.
I like that play, that Fenwick, that little 5-and-out pass, and that time they got 5-and-out and then a bunch more yards. So that seems to be what Notre Dame is giving up. But all it takes is one time that you jump that route, and it could be a pick six. So Fenwick's got to be careful with it.
Shotgun, decent snap, handoff. Look at that immediate penetration delivered by the D-line of the Dons.
Yeah, it reminds me of Montgomery up the middle, taking defenders along for the ride as he picks up more yards. Now Montgomery's doing that in Detroit.
He's not going to play, though, on Sunday.
Why is that?
He's injured.
No.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't know.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, I guess
and knowing
so.
is half the battle.
Yeah,
G.I. Joe.
There you go, singing. Look out.
2nd and 8. Fakes the handoff. Little drop-off pass and getting some yards after catch as it was dropped off that time to Nino Samir. And 3rd and short coming up for the Friars.
Continuing the no-huddle offense for Fenwick.
They have to punt if they get to 4th and 2 and 4th and 1, right?
Well, if I were Notre Dame, I'd be pushing on this. Run blitz, pass blitz, any blitz. Oh, and that was the right call
over
for
to
it.
the right. He'll get the first down. Dialise breaking tackles, trucking his way through, close to the 45-yard line.
So Fenwick caught me on that one. I'm blitzing, and they put a screen around the outside. That could have gone a long way if Notre Dame actually did blitz. So that was a good call by Fenwick to get that first down.
1st and 10. Ball placed at the 44. Fakes the handoff. Screen pass out to the right as it was delivered that time to Romeus.
Yeah, that little screen pass is behind the line that time. So the little 5-and-outs, you're getting pushed back a little bit. So Fenwick's going to need to go downfield or across the middle, I think, to loosen up the defense again.
2nd and 8. Ball at the 46. The Notre Dame game plan, it's working to fruition right now. They're forcing Merrick Hill and this Fenwick offense to run as many plays as possible.
Oh, the defense is just playing fantastic today for Notre Dame.
Takes the handoff, rolls out to the right. Beautiful pass. And that one's on the receiver, Bob. He's got to have that one.
Again, same thing. It's right in his hands. Arguably a little bit behind him, which causes the receiver to have to spin back to get it. But, yeah, if you hit the receiver in their hands, it's kind of their job to catch it. Not the easiest catch in the world, and the ball was fired. Hill has an arm.
Did you ever watch the movie Little Giants, Bob?
No, I haven't.
One of the wide receivers, he puts the glue on his hands, like the sticky stuff.
Oh, yeah, right.
And he puts too much on it, so they stick together. And so to try to catch the ball, he puts his hands out. 3rd and 8, screen pass over to Romeus. Good blocking out in front. Beautiful tackle.
Those little short out passes are just doing wonders for Fenwick today. That 3rd and 8, and that was a first down play on a very short pass and beat the defense.
And that's why Notre Dame's not doing a lot of press coverage, because when they did it, Fenwick almost had a fly route for a touchdown pass. Merrick Hill just missed it on the throw. Ball loose on the turf. Notre Dame has it.
I'm pretty certain the coaching staff up here for Notre Dame was absolutely the first people in this whole entire stadium that saw that fumble.
That was quick. As you watch it on replay here.
I think they actually willed it to happen. So 1st and 10 for Notre Dame with the ball and the lead. So last time they had the ball and not the lead. Now they've got the ball and the lead. Ball's at midfield. Now, Fenwick has to take some comfort in this. Now, the ball's at midfield. If they do push them into 4th down, they're probably going to punt unless they get the ball down to maybe the 20 or the 10-yard line. Then you might see them go on for it on 4th.
Well, we had Luke Dialise in the pregame show. And if he was up here, he'd tell us that was on him, just in his hands and dropped it. Meanwhile, Fraterigo on the quarterback sneak. Gets a lot. He doesn't have fantastic speed, partner, but he has some good long strides to get extra yardage.
Well, that, and when he gets tackled, he's good at falling forward for the extra, 4 or 5 feet from your feet down to where you're holding the ball. So, what, 2nd and 3?
I don't think Fenwick's going to get the breaks that they had last week. They're going to have to beat Notre Dame, and right now Notre Dame is beating Fenwick.
Well, and that's well put. Notre Dame is just playing fantastic ball right now.
2nd and 2, ball at the 44, showing blitz of the Friars. Clean pocket, rolls outside the right as Fraderigo. Here comes the pressure. He delivers a strike that time to Tom Janis. 1st and 10 for the Dons as we'll stop the clock at 6:04.
It looked like nobody was going to be open. The only receiver on that side of the field was downfield and absolutely covered. Then all of a sudden what materialized right in front of him in the middle of the field was a first down pass. All you can say at the end of that is, yeah, that was just a great pitch and catch play.
It'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 40.
What I also like is you can't tell what Notre Dame's running next. They're definitely running, then passing, then running, keeping everybody off balance.
Handoff, beautiful job getting instant penetration that time is Colin Murray.
Of course, the announcers just jinxed them on that one, keeping everybody off balance. Fenwick ran up a run blitz right up the middle and stuffed that one.
2nd and 12, ball at the 42.
Interesting that the receivers don't go into the huddle. So one would think this is a running play based on that, but there must be some kind of a signal so the receivers know what to run. There's 3 of them out there.
Does this game, this low-scoring game, does it work well for Fenwick or Notre Dame?
Right now I'd say Fenwick. And I'll tell you why in a second. After the drop. Fenwick last week against a very strong St. Francis team, I don't want to say didn't play well for the first 3 quarters, but they didn't play as well until the 4th quarter. They just absolutely came alive. So I think the closer the game is, Notre Dame needs to hit the knockout blow before the 4th quarter when Fenwick at least has a proven track record of coming back and winning. So I think a close game goes Fenwick's way. So I think Notre Dame would be wise to rack up some points while they can in the first 3 quarters.
3rd and 12, partner. I think you need at least 5 yards, if not 10, to consider going for it.
Yeah, you want it right. Otherwise, punt it and push Fenwick back.
Shotgun formation, 1 in the backfield, 4 wide receiver set. Clean pocket for Fratarigo on his back foot. And behind him, catching at that time, is Landon Page.
Well, that's the 5 yards you said you needed. Might have even been more, but he was getting knocked down while that throw came out. Kind of a dangerous throw. A little bit of a wounded duck. But the receiver was so open that, I guess Fenwick was letting them have that short pass. But 4th down now. I don't see a punter.
And Notre Dame's got to hustle. They luckily did not get too many men on the field. Luke Dickey was having trouble getting off.
Fenwick fans are going frantic here to try to get the ball back on 4th down.
4th and 6, 1 in motion, hard count. I don't know why, try to draw him offside, and now they'll call the timeout. I'll let you call it, Bob, but me personally, it's 4th and 6, not 4th and 5. A hard count doesn't really help you because then it would be 4th and 1 if they're drawn offside. Do you think they thought it was 4th and 5 instead of 4th and 6?
Well, I'm not sure that the hard count was necessarily something that was planned ahead of time. Like, if you don't get them offsides, don't hike it.
Right.
Yeah, so I think they just didn't like what they saw and said, okay, forget it. We're going to run something else. Whatever they had planned, run something else. Here on 4th and 7, it's a pretty important play. What you had just didn't look like it was going to work. But what should work, they're at 7 yards to go, lots of green on the right. If it were me, I would roll out to the right, hold the tight end or somebody in to make sure you can't get somebody in your face when you're rolling to the right, and see if you can't get somebody open on the run, not a come back to the quarterback type play. Because if you don't catch the ball in front of the first down marker, you won't get a first down. So try to get some kind of a player on the move on the right side of the field and change their mind to a punt, which is a very conservative but a wise call with only 4 minutes to go in the second period. Second quarter, I guess you say.
4th and 7 at the 37. They changed their mind. They're going to punt.
Yeah, I think I like this call. And you're right, the 5 yards wouldn't have mattered. So that wasn't an intentional hard count, but another good punt.
Fenwick's going to try to return it. Avion Brown stutter step move.
Yeah, that was a mistake for Fenwick to pick that ball up. It was headed right for the end zone with a lot of MPH behind it.
Right.
So it would have been a touchback, but instead it's a ball back at the 15-yard line with 85 yards to go and down 6. And so far, Fenwick, with long fields in front of them, have not proven that they could string together a bunch of first downs in a row.
That's how big that missed extra point was. A field goal, you're only down 3.
Right, that extra point's going to loom big the whole game. I think Tony Romo projected that one, and one says, weird game. Somebody missed an extra point early, and he's like, extra points never come back and haunt you, do they? And it sure did, and it did last week.
Well, I think he just says that so people try to forget about the extra point that he botched. Well, it was a field goal, but it was an extra point distance. What's crazy, though, is he botched the snap, and then he almost ran it in for a touchdown, that famous game against the Seahawks. Fakes the handoff in the pocket. Fly route down the field. Caught. Romeus. First down for the Friars. Right in stride, Bob. Beautiful throw by Merrick Hill.
Wide open. Perfect speed on the right side. I like it. Now that's going to back up Notre Dame's defense. So Notre Dame probably can't press on those 5-yard and outs. And that's what Fenwick does. They put those 5 yards and out. You start to press up on it and then go deep. Very successful.
1st and 10 at the 40. Clock runs now. 1 in the backfield. That's D'Elise. A couple of pump fakes that time by Hill.
Yeah, that was that double move, right? And he tried to pump fake twice to get him open, but there was only one receiver there, so that was like a one-receiver route. There were receivers on the other side of the field that maybe Hill needed to run through his progressions. But 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Ball placed at the 40. D'Elise in the backfield. Notre Dame, they're playing great on defense. Even after those couple pump fakes, they were not fooled by Hill. Clean pocket for Hill. He scans the field. Now he'll throw it over the middle. Right on target to Romeus. Touchdown, Romeus. Touchdown, Friars. We're all knotted up at 6.
It took them 2 plays to go that 85 yards. Well, not 2 plays, right, but 2 pass plays were all the 85 yards. What a drive for Fenwick. Now, late in the 4th quarter, if the score is close, they've surely got confidence to go downfield again late, and that's a devastating confidence breaker for Notre Dame. And probably going to be down a point here.
After all that, Fenwick could go into halftime up by a point.
Yeah.
Isn't football a fun game sometimes?
Isn't it, though?
Extra point coming up. Good snap, the hold, and the kick is good. Right down the middle by Caleb Aguirre as we go to break here on SBS.
Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
(7-6) in favor of Fenwick. A touchdown pass delivered to Elijah Romeus. It's the Friars, after all that, partner, they're up by a point.
Well, in the key, Romeus went deep the first time and across the middle the second time. Notre Dame's going to have to pay attention to him the rest of the game, and that's not going to bode well for the rest of the defense. I prefer they kick it deep.
Right up the middle with it.
So that last drive for Fenwick took, what, about a minute? Not even? So now Notre Dame has to try to match that. They're down to a point before halftime.
According to Sean, Fenwick is also winning in time of possession. Incredibly, it seems like Notre Dame's had the ball more, but Notre Dame is trailing on the scoreboard and trailing in time of possession.
I have to tell you, if you had made me guess, I would have guessed wrong. I thought Notre Dame for sure had the ball longer.
7-6, Notre Dame would love to get points before halftime. Handoff. And Frederico thought about being a blocker for his tailback in Patrick Zarnik, but probably good decision by Frederico, as there's some big boys on the defensive line for the Friars.
Again, really good defense. stuffed them at the line of scrimmage basically, right? 2nd and 9, 3:10 to go.
You'll see quarterbacks, though, deliver blocks from time to time on those reverses.
Well, this is where Fenwick does well with those 3 down linemen. Then they have an extra linebacker with a little bit more speed, perhaps, that can run down those kinds of plays.
Quarterback keeper. Fenwick read it well, and Froderigo gains maybe a yard.
I think after watching Notre Dame, you get the feeling they are definitely a conservative team, right? Running here, even though there's only 3 minutes to go, and then always punting on 4th down to move the other team back. So it's good coaching, but they are down a point with almost 2 to go. And now they're in a bit of a sticky wicket here, 9 yards away. If they don't get a first down here, they're punting it back to Fenwick, who has a potent offense.
Froderigo fakes the handoff over to the left, and beautiful tackle to deliver him out of bounds.
Yeah, threw to the short side, and there wasn't a whole lot of green there. The tackle at the sideline, so it's 4th and 5. I think you just can't risk going for it on 4th down, so I think you'll see a punt.
Remember, though, nothing is guaranteed when it comes to IHSA punting.
That's correct. But I do like the form in this punter. He's proven to be very good at getting the ball into, as they say, the Clapton corner. So I think he'll air this one out, though. Looks like an injury on the field back at the 40, a Fenwick player, 24.
You hate to see it. That's Tommy Thies, who had that big return to start the game. We'll take a break. You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Seven-6 in favor of the Friars. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsaway. 2 passing plays is the difference in this game. A long pass down the sideline and then a pass over the middle to Romeus. But also, Notre Dame was beat on a double move. Just Merrick Hill was inaccurate, but he was accurate on the pass to Romeus to give them the lead. 4th and 3. Most likely they're going to punt it, but it could be a fake. I'd be shocked if it was a fake, though.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen.
Punt with some decent hang time. Fenwick will run with it. Flag on the play. Notre Dame coaching staff is arguing for a clip against the Friars.
Well, as the flag went flying, so they probably have a point. And it was a nice punt. This kid can punt. Remember I said earlier Notre Dame struggled in the kicking game. Well, they've solved that.
Well, place kicking and punting, 2 completely different ways of hitting that football.
Yeah, well, that's true. And I do like deep kickoffs. Make them run it back, make them earn their yards. And it is a clipping call, just as the coaching staff was demanding up here. Of course, the referees heard them and threw the laundry on the field. Well, if the offensive coordinator is going to hear my play calls over the air, why can't the referee hear the offensive coordinator calling penalties out from up here?
So Notre Dame only has 1 timeout. If Fenwick doesn't get first downs, they can run clock with running plays.
Well, there's only 2:05, but I would have said only 4 minutes before, and they scored in about a minute.
Merrick Hill, quick pass. And he was sandwiched on the play after gaining a couple of yards.
Yeah, on the field, coming back to the quarterback. No chance really for additional yards after the catch. Not a great gain considering 2 minutes to go.
So 2nd and 3 for the Friars at the 23. Shotgun to the sideline and hit just as he caught it.
Yeah, again, back to the quarterback, so no chance for additional yards, but they did get the first down. Does temporarily stop the clock. Notre Dame uses 4 down linemen here, a rush all 4.
In the pocket is Hill. He'll move over to his left. Looks to the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, that was just pretty much out of bounds, almost intentionally. At least if his receiver can get it, great, but certainly no defender is going to get that ball. Stops the clock in 2nd and 10.
And intended target was Mikey Kakatolo. 2nd and 10. You got to be careful if you're Fenwick, partner. You want to score points, but you don't want to give the ball back to Notre Dame with over a minute to play.
Well, and worse, a pick six. And with these comeback routes back to the quarterback, those are the ones that can get sniffed out, and you get the returns for touchdowns. A lot of green on the right.
Zone defense is delivered to Brown.
Now that'll keep the clock running. That was good for about 2 or 3 yards.
I would have personally called a timeout there, but you have the lead. Remember, if you stop the clock, it helps you, but it also helps Notre Dame.
Well, perhaps if they get through the 4th down, right. But I'm thinking if I'm the receiver on a 2-yard catch, don't catch it.
It's hard to tell. A 17-year-old kid don't catch
that
the ball.
It's only 2 yards, and the clock's going to run, or it's going to cost us the timeout. Why don't you drop that one?
3rd and 8 at the 30. Hill over the middle. Romeus again, partner. How is number 4 so wide open tonight?
That's a great question, but that's 3 big-time catches. This moves the chains all the way up to the 45-yard line with 47 seconds to go, and you know he's not going to cut across the middle every time. One of these times he's going to pick when to go deep, and if Hill has enough time in the pocket, he's got the arm. Of course, we see a flag out there. It's one of those yellow things right in the middle. What's this? More yardage. As they're taking a Sunday stroll. 39-yard line. Even the chain gang has to hustle.
1st and 10. Ball placed at the 39. Screen pass. And Notre Dame wants a block in the back, but it looked like TJ Smith let the defender go to the plate and make the tackle instead of trying to push him from behind. Timeout called by Fenwick.
That ball was in bounds, right? So that's why they called timeout. They don't need any more time to run. There's only 38 seconds left. Probably out of the range for the kicker unless they gain, about the 20-yard line, you think.
We'll stick with the action. You're watching SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. If you like what you're watching tonight, make sure to go on our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com, and we can broadcast your next sporting event. We do everything, not just high school sports, but everything in between. AAU basketball, USSSA softball, you name it, we do at SBS. The text line's open as well, 330-957-7653. You can text us your favorite high school, college, or NFL memory.
Yeah, when you were talking about we do other things, I mean, some of the ones that come to mind are the boxing matches and the rowing events. It's just different. I wasn't there, but you did rugby. Of course, you played rugby.
2nd and 7, ball placed at the 36 with 38 seconds left. It's a hot night, surprisingly, at the end of September. 5 wide receivers set for the Friars. Number 4, watch out for Romeus. He has dominated Notre Dame in the last 8 minutes. Clean pocket for Hill. Stays in the pocket, delivered to the sideline. Good pitch and catch. Assuming he's in bounds, he is. 1st and 10 for the Friars.
And that play took all of about 5 or 6 seconds. That's it. 32 seconds to go. Another 1st down. Not quite field goal range yet. I don't think they're looking for a field goal, though. One of these times, they're going to send a receiver loose into the end zone.
Right.
And the end zone's getting closer and closer.
You got to be careful, though. The field goal still helps you because it forces Notre Dame to go the end of the field for a touchdown. Over the middle, Avion Brown. Merrick Hill, partner, right on target to Avion Brown.
This guy can throw. It wasn't exactly wide open. Great catch on the run. That's what you want to see. That's a deep slant across the middle. They only have about 2 or 3 yards to go for a touchdown. I would keep it in the air. Take 4 passes until you complete one in the end zone.
Timeout called by Notre Dame. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
Before we celebrated this special night, before we fell in love with our home all over again, we searched for a company to handle our entire remodel, from architecture and material selection to permits and complete construction with impeccable design. We found Heirroom.
Visit the Heirroom Design Build Center in Lincolnwood to explore your home's potential. Heirroom. Architects, builders, remodelers. Your project begins at heirroom.com.
Back to the action. First and goal at the 3 with 27 seconds left on the clock. Emmett Romeo scored, not Elijah.
Well, I tried for 4 passes here. Don't want the clock to run, but if you get sacked and the clock keeps running, in motion.
Clean pocket for Hill.
Clean pocket.
It was clean, then he waited too long to throw it. On the pressure that time was Sean Adams.
Well, that was the first of 4 passes, so no harm done. A couple seconds went by. You're second down. You still only need 2.5 yards. But throw it into the end zone. Don't throw it short, because if that runner doesn't get into the end zone, you don't have a lot of time to set the next play.
Well, you got 2 timeouts. Second and goal for Merrick Hill on this Fenwick offense. Quick pass, and it's caught. Touchdown, Nate Marshall. Touchdown, Friars, 13-6.
What a great catch. Jumped up over the defenders, grabbed the ball. Can't throw it any better than that. 2.5-yard touchdown pass.
Well, Merrick Hill had a shaky start, but a fantastic finish to this first half.
Now here's when you start talking about 1 point or 2, but obviously they got the kicking team in there to go for 1.
Well,
1 point makes it an 8-point game and a 1-score lead. 2 points makes it a 2-score game, but they are kicking.
Well, they're in the formation to kick. Will they do a direct snap and a fake? They won't. Beautiful kick. Right through the uprights. Kick is good. It's 14-6 here on SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
16 seconds to go in the quarter.
Before we celebrated this special night, before we fell in love with our home all over again, we searched for a company to handle our entire remodel, from architecture and material selection to permits and complete construction with impeccable design. We found Airroom.
Visit the Airroom Design Build Center in Lincolnwood to explore your home's potential. Airroom. Architects, builders, remodelers. Your project begins at airroom.com.
(14-6) Friars, 14 unanswered points delivered by Fenwick against this Notre Dame defense.
Yeah, a little slow start for Fenwick, but they figured it out in the second half. Emmett Ramius has just been unstoppable.
Ball placed at the 26. The fair catch allows them to not waste any time, as it was fair caught that time by James Breen. Clock stops at a first down, partner. If you can get a quick pass over the middle, you get the first down, then you spike it. There are no more timeouts left for Notre Dame.
Yeah, only 16 seconds. I'd go deep with it. If you get the catch, throw it again deep. But you're going to need a couple of deep passes if you're going to score. Either that or some kind of a out where you break a tackle and you keep going a long way. This will be the very definition of a prevent defense. You almost need 2 Hail Marys to get the score here.
Remember, clock stops after the first down, but you got to spike it to not waste any more time. Rolling outside the pocket, Frederigo. Now out to the right. Now 8 seconds left, and now he'll throw it away. Normally he wouldn't do that, partner, but on a play like that, he's just trying his best to see if a wide receiver will get open enough to fire that ball, get the first down, then get to the line of scrimmage quickly and spike. Nobody was open. He wastes 12 seconds on the clock.
Well, that's exactly it. This is a 12-second play, so this comes down now to the very last play of the half. So probably nothing will happen here, and you can't do one of these lateral pitch and catch things. You don't want to fumble and have it run back. So this, in fact, they're going to do the old, as they say, the victory formation. Just down it here. Go into halftime, down a touchdown, and 2-point conversion.
They're going to take a knee, and that'll do it. So 14 unanswered points by the Friars, as it's 14-6 Fenwick as we go to halftime. We'll give you a 5-minute break, then we'll give you some halftime stats and analysis. You're watching it, the Friars against the Dons here on Sports Broadcast
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
For over 60 years, Air Room has been creating award-winning kitchens carefully executed by our in-house team of designers and remodelers. With a renewed focus on spending quality time at home, Air Room has created its most affordable kitchen transformation program yet. Introducing the Revive Kitchen. Imagine custom-made cabinetry, quartz countertops with a waterfall-wrapped island, soft closed drawers featuring walnut interiors, even an invisible phone charging station in multiple colors, styles, and configurations designed to fit almost any home. Over 14 upgrades in all. Call the number on your screen to set up a free design consultation, which includes 3D color renderings of your project. This limited time introductory offer can be yours for as little as $4.99 a month with zero money down or zero interest and installed in as little as 3 weeks. The Revive Kitchen, with all the luxury and experience Air Room is known for.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what they say, you can't trust a dog to watch your house or your sandwich. Call Forest Security today.
Call us today at 708-452-2000 or visit forestsecurity.com.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Good evening, everybody. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsaway. It's been a fun game, Bob. Really, Notre Dame dominated for the first half and the half of the second one, but after that, it was all Fenwick, thanks to Emmett Romius and Merrick Hill. That combination was lethal towards the end of that second half.
Boy, lethal is
Sorry about that, guys. 35 yards passing for Fraterigo as 177 for Hill. So right now, Hill clearly outplaying Fraterigo. But really, this Notre Dame defense, they got to make adjustments because number 4, Emmett Romius, he's been wide open over the middle.
well, and those are the actual details, but from a higher level perspective as well. Fenwick is just, they started out slow this week. after the first quarter, last week after the first 3 quarters, and Fenwick is catching on quickly here. So right now it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of adjustments Notre Dame is going to have to make. In the first half, I thought they were successful on the ground. They haven't been real successful in the air, so I think they got to still try to get back into this game on the ground, running a lot up the middle to force Fenwick to stay in the middle of the field, then run wide. So we're going to see if they make the same adjustments, but Hill is on fire today.
What's your prediction, partner? I don't think Notre Dame has enough offensively. As long as Emmett Romius keeps getting open, it looks like it's going to be a Fenwick victory tonight.
Well, yeah, and right now an 8-point lead at halftime. So you know how I like to do this, right? The final score is going to be 28-12. They're going to win by 2 touchdowns and 2 extra 2-point conversions. And that's going to be hard for Notre Dame to catch up. Fenwick also, it's not a big edge, but they are 3-1, and Notre Dame is 2-2. So there is some reason that Notre Dame, has lost 2 games, and Fenwick just that 1 game, and that was it.
We'll take another break. You're watching the Friars against the Dons here on SBS.
For over 60 years, Air Room has been creating award-winning kitchens carefully executed by our in-house team of designers and remodelers. With a renewed focus on spending quality time at home, Air Room has created its most affordable kitchen transformation program yet. Introducing the Revive Kitchen. Imagine custom-made cabinetry, quartz countertops with a waterfall-wrapped island, soft closed drawers featuring walnut interiors, even an invisible phone charging station in multiple colors, styles, and configurations designed to fit almost any home. Over 14 upgrades in all. Call the number on your screen to set up a free design consultation, which includes 3D color renderings of your project. This limited time introductory offer can be yours for as little as $4.99 a month with 0 money down or 0 interest and installed in as little as 3 weeks. The Revive Kitchen, with all the luxury and experience Air Room is known for.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like
Back to the action. It'll be Fenwick against Notre Dame in the second half. Fenwick to kick off as it's a short pass to the 30. Notre Dame with a huge hit. delivered that time on the kick return.
Yeah, you could say hammered on that tackle. But again, it's a short kick. We see that all the time from Fenwick. Gives the other team good field position. Of course, not a lot of odds for a long touchdown run when they do that. I think that's obviously what they're trying to defend against.
1st and 10, ball placed at the 37 as Fraterigo and this Notre Dame offense. One of their wins was 15-12 against Willowbrook. Fraterigo, he can run. He had 8 carries for 79 yards against the Willowbrook Warriors. Handoff off the right side. Beautiful gain that time by the Dons. They have outgained the Friars tonight in rushing. The problem is this Notre Dame defense does not have an answer for this Fenwick passing attack.
Well, that's what hopefully they're going to change at halftime, because that passing attack is going to kill them if they don't, clearly. But I like the play call. Run, keep it on the ground, go wide. Now, if you're going to run again up the middle or to the left side where there's a little bit more real estate, they need to get back in this game on the ground. It would be what I would suggest.
Fakes the handoff, does Fraterigo outside the pocket. Wobbly ball, and he just got rid of that ball quickly to avoid the sack. Good job by Fraterigo. Meanwhile, 3rd and 4 coming up for the Dons.
Right, and I think he's got 6 completions in the first half for only 35 yards. It's just not a whole lot downfield going on there. 10 attempts, so 3.5 yards per pass attempt for the first half. So now they're 5 yards away from a first down. They need 5 yards on this play, whatever they're going to run.
You're not going to win many games when your quarterback's your leading rusher unless he's, Lamar Jackson.
Well, he did gain, like you said, 79 yards that one game, so he can run. Now rolling left.
Outside the pocket, wobbling throw. That ball's still up for grabs, up in the air, picked off by the Friars. It's picked off by Donnell French. A major league pop-up from the quarterback, and after all that, Fenwick gets the ball back.
That's going to make every major highlight reel there is, right? It looked like it was going to be a reception. The receiver saw the ball before the defender saw the ball, caught the ball. The defender kind of flicked it up into the air, got juggled a couple of times, a high pop-up, and picked off by the safety. First down for Fenwick.
That was fun to watch.
It was, wasn't it?
1st and 10 at the 44 for the Friars. Maybe not so fun if you're a Notre Dame fan.
Right, that has all the earmarks of it. If something could go wrong, it did. But there again, if they kept the ball on the ground, no interception would have happened. They were only 5 yards away, 2nd and 5. After that good sweep to the right, which I thought was a good adjustment to make it halftime.
Fenwick, Hill in the pocket, tight window, good coverage that time by the Dons, forcing a tough throw from Hill. 2nd and 10 coming up, and they got to find a way to run the ball. I know they struggled with it in the first half, only 15 yards, but you got to run the ball, keep the defense at bay, or they're just going to play press coverage the rest of the night.
Well, maybe, but they're up 14-6, and they have been passing, and running hasn't been successful, and that's the 3rd time we've seen that pass deep right call.
Fakes the handoff, dropped it off that time to Amir. Didn't get much. 3rd down coming up, and I know you don't trust your punter, but unless it's like 4th and 2, you got to punt. You're up by 8. Why give short field back to the Dons?
Well, I agree with you. I would like to see them, if they don't make a first down here, unless it's like 4th and 1, to go ahead and punt. Get an advantage back on the field position. Right now, Notre Dame has only proven that they could get one drive put together in the whole first half. Defenses are strong for both teams.
Rolling outside the pocket is Hill. Looking for a hold are the Dons. Up in the air, one-on-one coverage. And he caught it out of bounds.
I would like to see a replay. It looked to me like he was diving as he caught it, and his feet, one of the feet, maybe even both, was in bounds. But, we're a real long way away from that. I'm hoping that, when you play back the video. But that sure looked like a catch.
No. What happened? Oh, there it is.
We're playing it back here. It looks, I don't know. I just got to replay it and zoom in on it. Looked like a great catch. Now, it didn't look like the ball squirted away from him. It looked like he actually did catch it. Here's the punt.
4th and 8. Oh, sorry. It's
a good punt.
And it's fair caught that time by Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's a good fair catch to take at the 23-yard line. Otherwise, that ball could have kept rolling back toward their end zone. They could have been 98 yards away. So we talked earlier about Notre Dame being in the lead when it was tied and being in the lead when they had their first 6 points. They're not in the lead anymore. Got to score a touchdown and 2.
First and 10, ball placed at the 23.
So I've been saying all along, stay on the ground. That's how you beat Fenwick. Fenwick's very strong on the defense secondary, partly because they only have 3 down linemen. Boy, those 3 down linemen are good.
Shotgun formation, handoff. Breaking through a tackle. Marshall was there, as was Luke D'Elise.
That play got busted up in the backfield. The pursuit from Fenwick was great. You know, if there's misdirection kind of play in the Notre Dame's playbook, run right, reverse it back, or run right and throw an option pass. Let's try one of those, keep the defense off the line. Something, but Fenwick is very stout on defense.
Second and 13, ball placed at the 20. So one of the rare times that Fenwick punted, it was a good one on the fair catch.
Yeah, it's a good time for a good punt. Oh, that's deflected.
Partially deflected, ball in the air, and Fenwick almost got the ball back.
Got a little bit excited. The ball goes up into the air. It's a real high deflection. Fenwick intercepted the last deflection.
Well, the last one was just a major league pop-up.
Yeah, it was.
It was a 50-50 ball.
Any shortstop could have scooped that one up.
It was a wide receiver defensive back on it. Knocked away by the D-back, and then French picked it off. Third and 13, they're only down 1 possession, Bob, so you can't throw a pick here. You got to be careful with it if you're Frederigo. Down the middle, and overthrew his receiver. This intended target was Tim Williamson.
I like the play, though. Go behind the defense. There were 2 receivers actually behind the defense. I think Fenwick doesn't have a whole lot of respect for the deep threat from the quarterback. I think if I were making that throw, you have to throw it up a little higher and allow the receiver to adjust a bit rather than throw it over his head on more of a, not exactly a frozen rope, but it had one trajectory. It's definitely over him. When you put a little more air under it, you allow the receiver to make the adjustment, and you want the receiver to make an adjustment down the field, not coming back to the quarterback.
Text line still open. Your favorite high school, college, or NFL memory. Text 330-957-7653. Good snap. Kick is good. It'll be a return by the Friars. Thies with it. As Thies gets past the 45, close to the 42. Tommy Thies, just a sophomore, and he's just a sophomore right now, Bob. Imagine what he's going to be like as a senior.
Yeah, he's good. I like that. It was a low-line drive kick, and he busted through between the 2 defenders. They couldn't contain him, and he got a bunch of yards on the kick return. So Fenwick now in business. 8-point lead and the ball at the 42 on the other side of the field. So everything is going right for Fenwick. So far we haven't seen at least visible adjustments by either team necessarily.
First and 10 at the 42. Merrick-Hill, you almost think a touchdown would put this game away.
Well, it would go, a long way toward that, that's for certain.
Smith in motion. They fake the handoff to Smith. Instead, they run it up the middle that time to Amir. He's past the 35, mark it at the 34.
And maybe that's what Fenwick needs to do now. They got to get that running game going. It keeps the clock running, get the continued lead on time of possession. Although they're hiking the ball fast, they're certainly not trying to milk the clock, that's for certain.
Hill, clean pocket, throws it out to Bajorson. Bajorson breaks through a tackle, past the 20. First and 10.
That's how they started the game, man. Those short little outs, right? Pass short to the left, hopefully break a tackle. You can move the chains that way, and boy, the chains are moving a long way on that one.
Well, it looked like it might be a Notre Dame victory today, but...
Well, the way it started out maybe, but not now.
Since those completions to Romeus, it's been all Fenwick. Handoff to Amir, and not good blocking by the Friars. The Dons were able to get instant penetration.
Yeah, getting up slow. It's an ankle.
Luis Freitas was there. Amir will have to hobble his way to the sideline. Second and 1 at the 20.
It's got to hurt when you got a defensive back on your back and your feet are buried in the turf.
Sorry, second and 11. The Jumbotron's not working, so I could barely see the 11. 1 in the backfield, 3 wide receiver set. Not a great pass.
Well, the good thing from Fenwick's perspective is that play wasn't going anywhere. It was a pass to the right behind the line, and got to say the Notre Dame kind of sniffed that one out.
3rd and 11. Noah Sir's got a boot partner, so if you only gain 5 yards, I think you still attempt the field goal.
Well, that's what they know and we don't. What exactly is his range? So they want to get as many yards as they can to get within his range. Otherwise, they got to go for it on fourth. 3 points would look really good. You're up 8, making it up 11.
And what's great about high school, it's an automatic touchback. It's not where the holder is. Clean pocket for Hill to the sideline, trying to get it to Brown, and it was a great route. Just Hill overthrew him.
Yeah, it was a long throw, unfortunately. But I like what he did, though. At least don't throw the interception here. They obviously think that they're within the range of the field goal kicker, and that's what they're going to try here. This is not a chip shot. Let's see where they put in the tee at the 27-yard line, so it's a 37-yard boot.
Noah Sir, they have two 85s on the roster, but this will be Noah Sir 85, not Ethan Aguilar 85. Noah Sir, it's at the 20, so it's a 37-yard kick. Good snap. Hold is good. The kick, straight through. Noah Sir delivers again, Bob.
He sure did. That was a great kick from 37 yards out. It had the height, so nobody was going to block it. It had good backspin on it. Straight enough. Beautiful kick.
We'll take a break. You're watching the Friars against the Dons here on SBS. Noah Sir with a huge kick, and when he was asked last week by Patch.com, he says, I was trying to be as calm as I can when they had the power outage. As that kick delivered near the sideline, picked up by the Dons. Notre Dame will take it past the 20 and hit hard on the play. A swarm of defenders from Fenwick, led by Rowan White, but Noah Sir, when asked by the press, he felt confident in the moment that he was going to make that kick. He made it last week to give them the 3-1 record, and that kick, that 37-yarder, might give them a 4-1 record.
Yeah, it very well might. Well, the game's not over yet, and the scoring's not over yet, but that kicker is proving out to be very successful. And he was confident last week. You could tell. I mean, when he walked out on the field, it's a long way away. You don't really know if he's shaking underneath that helmet, but he confidently made that kick last week. So, but it was a short kick. It's just like an extra point. The ball was at the 7-yard line?
Well, the Dons, they take pride in their strong D coming into this season. Defensive coordinator Dan DeFranza. And the defense has been pretty good tonight, partner, but Fenwick's defense has been better. Handoff.
Stuffed right at the middle.
Great tackle by Jalen Williams.
This is why I want Notre Dame to run, but run outside where they can pick up yards without going through that front line of Fenwick.
Fremd. It's not even the same colors. Fremd is the green and gold.
I'm so used to saying Fremd. I'm a Harper College coach, right? So Fremd is like right next door.
2nd and 12 at the 23. It was 6-0 and then 17 unanswered points by Fenwick. Outside the pocket. And hit hard that time as they make a quarterback change. That's Luke Dickey on the quarterback keeper.
I like the change, though. When stuff isn't working, make a change. Let's see what else you have. Even if you don't win, you also know what you've got. So injuries happen, things happen. You never know. You get a Purdy out of it. I'm looking for the Bears to play Badgent.
Well, we'll see if Fields continues to struggle.
Yeah.
3rd and 14 at the 21. Dickey, and that pass, and reading it well was Paris. The intended receiver was Olsen. Doesn't matter who's at quarterback right now. Fenwick's defensive backs are Johnny on the spot on defense.
Yeah, this is going to require a punt, and it's going to be, midfield that Fenwick gets the ball back with half the third quarter gone and an 11-point lead.
Well, last week we made the argument that St. Francis lost the game. It kind of seems like Fenwick is just basically winning it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Either that team wins or that team wins, or one team loses or the other loses. This is an example of Fenwick winning.
Good snap.
Good punt.
That punt will get past the 50, calling for the fair catch, and able to catch that punt. Number one job of a punt returner, catch the dang ball.
Boy, you said it, right? You end up trying to do too much, all of a sudden the ball is on the ground.
I was at the Bear game where Bobby Wade fumbled 3 punts.
Oh, jeez.
And the Bears still won.
Yeah, those are exceptions for sure.
You know, the Bears have not had great quarterbacks the last 70 years.
70 years, right?
But they've found ways to win football games, probably more than any other franchise.
Without good quarterbacking?
Meanwhile, here's a good quarterback, number 12, Merrick Hill.
He's having a great season, not just great game.
Handoff up the middle to D'Elise.
That's what they did last time to open the drive. They ran kind of up the middle, maybe a bit to the left side behind the left guard, left tackle, and picked up enough yards and some flying rubber pellets. Second down, I would stay on the ground.
One in the backfield, 4 wide receiver set. Handoff. Good blocking downfield. D'Elise still on his feet. They grab at his feet. And first one on the spot for the tackle was Carter Roberts.
Yeah, his shoe goes flying. Now he's got to run off the field, put his shoe back on. Now here's the temptation, to stay on the ground. But I think especially with him off the field, I'd find a way to pass. Quick no huddle.
Hill on the no huddle.
Wide open.
Wide open. TJ Smith. Touchdown Friars. Touchdown Smith. 23-6.
Well, we're not going to say the game is put away, but what a great play down the deep sideline on the left, wide open. This is one where you probably could have thrown that one for a completion, but Hill right on the money.
He's got my last name, TJ Smith, the X Factor on this Fenwick team, and I don't know if the fat lady's singing quite yet, but she's getting her vocals warmed up.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. He's still got a lot of game to go, but right now Notre Dame isn't proving that they can move the ball, and that's more troublesome than Fenwick scoring, perhaps.
It's a tough team to beat. They won the state title 2 years ago with Caden Cobb. Merrick Hill, pretty decent quarterback as well.
Well, and it comes down to they're just a very, very well-coached team with a good, solid offense, good, solid defense. They know what they're doing. Every year they get new kids that can fill the bill.
24-6. We'll take a break. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
For over 60 years, Heirloom has been creating award-winning kitchens carefully executed by our in-house team of designers and remodelers. With a renewed focus on spending quality time at home, Heirloom has created its most affordable kitchen transformation program yet. Introducing the Revive Kitchen. Imagine custom-made cabinetry, quartz countertops with a waterfall-wrapped island, soft closed drawers featuring walnut interiors, even an invisible phone charging station in multiple colors, styles, and configurations.
24-6 in favor of the Friars. It was 6-0 Dons, no more. 24 unanswered points.
Yeah, we were talking about that extra point could come back and haunt somebody later, and well, it's not haunting. They're down 18.
Little squib kick.
It's going to go out of bounds.
And the Dons are going to let that one go out. Kind of surprised by that. You're up by 18 points. Just do a straight kick and see if the Dons can return it the other way.
That seems to be, and somebody sent in a chat message about that too. That's what Fenwick does on their kickoffs. They just don't put it deep. They I don't want to call it a pooch kick, but they put it up in the air 20 or 30 yards downfield. And they're just preventing, and they're very happy with just no touchdown return on a kick. I get it. If you're going to let the other team score a touchdown, make them earn it from the quarterback and running back and offensive perspective. Don't give it to them on the next special team assignment.
Well, they made the quarterback change to Dickey. I don't think Frederigo was terrible tonight, partner, but that major league pop-up throw, I'm sure the coaching staff for the Dons were not happy with that one.
Yeah, you might be right on that, although I think that was deflected, right? But I like what they're doing. Put in somebody else and see what they can do. See what you have. See what they can do.
A little reverse
Get a little experience.
And the Friars stuffed that one out.
Yeah, you like the run call, but you're down 18, so you need something that's going to work. And now, even though I like them running, they're going to have to find a way to throw downfield a bit.
I don't mind running the ball, but I'd like to see a no huddle. If you're going to run the ball, get a couple of yards.
Well, they listened to you. There they are, no huddle.
If you score in the next 5 minutes, you don't have to do an onside kick. If you score with 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, then you might have to do an onside kick.
Well, you are thinking ahead. They're thinking first down.
2 in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Quick pass. And going to be the first down. Good job by the Friars, though. They're forcing them towards the middle or back in bounds to let that clock keep running.
Right. Well, that was a nice pitch and catch again, too. It was they had to throw it over the defender in front of the other defender. Had to jump up to get it. Well done.
The Friars if we're going to give up first downs, it's going to be in bounds. We're not going to let you go out of bounds.
This is where you keep everything in front of you.
Handoff. Pretty much both teams have not been able to run the ball well tonight.
Well, right. And what you got to guard against, though, especially Fenwick here, is you have a good defense, and it would be easy to get a little bit lax. And like I said, keep everything in front of you. I think you still got to press. You've held them to 6 points the whole game. Continue to push to get that ball back, third and long kind of situations.
Handoff. With room to run. One of the best runs all night for the Dons as it was handed off that time to Dylan Gallagher.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give him the first down. It's going to stay about a half a yard short, but that's the running game that they needed earlier. Go wide, get 7, 8, 9 yards a pop. But here they only need a half a yard on this pop. Don't pass it, run.
You need 18 points, partner, so the field goal somewhat helps you if you're thinking that by Notre Dame. Fakes the handoff over the middle.
That looked like interference to me. There comes the flag. You can't bump him from behind before he catches the ball.
You got to wait till he gets a hand on that ball, then you knock it out. When you get a hand in before the receiver's hands get in, it's going to be defensive pass interference every time.
Yeah, that was an easy call to make. But it is a first down.
You're up 18 points, though. If you want to be aggressive on a play like that, that's the time to do it.
Well, I think he got beat on the play, and so he just got there, hit him first before he could catch it. That's another way to knock it down, hit him first.
It's a big break for the Dons. Not only do they get yardage on the play, the first down, but it stops the clock.
Yes, it does.
One thing the Friars have to avoid are penalties.
Well, we saw that last week, right? Fenwick was a beneficiary of a push out of bounds, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, that was ticky-tack, by the way. When I looked at it on replay.
Yeah, I can't argue that, but obviously it worked to Fenwick's favor. St. Francis is probably listening to that and groaning.
First and 10 at the 30. Need 18 points to tie this one up. Dickey down the middle. Good defense by the Friars on the coverage.
Yeah.
That time was Henry Flueck.
I like going deep. And if the receiver's behind the defense, go for it, but don't out-throw the receiver, right? And then, oddly, there were 2 receivers running toward the middle of the field. That wouldn't be my first choice, right? Send somebody into the deep corner and somebody else into the middle, not both down the middle.
Sometimes you'll see that one guy runs over the middle, and that's to distract the safety so that you get, the other wide receiver some space for the over the middle.
Exactly right, but here their destination was the same spot.
Yeah. Rolls over to the left. And Dickey, fumble.
They're going to say down by contact, but boy, he was hammered from behind on that roll to the left. You could tell he was uncomfortable rolling to the left. He has to rotate his shoulders to be able to throw it downfield. He never got there, and then, of course, got run down from behind.
Well,
good defense by Fenwick again.
If it was 14-6 or 7-6, I think the quarterback throws that away. When you're down 24-6, you're trying to make something happen out of nothing. It's a coverage sack regardless, but you can almost understand what Dickey is thinking there. I got to try to make something happen.
Well, you're probably right, but I'm thinking if I'm Dickey, I want to get into the starting lineup, and you're not going to get the starting lineup by getting sacked and dropping the ball.
No, but if I'm the Notre Dame coaching staff led by Mike Hennessy, I'm not too mad. Dickey's trying to make something happen there. Meanwhile, Fraderigo's back in the game. And now at the 25-yard line. I don't know about this, Bob. I'd like to see Mike Hennessy kind of make up his mind. Do you want Dickey or do you want Fraderigo? I don't really know if the 2 quarterback system's going to work here.
Well, I've always been a fan of that. Just like in baseball, you have relievers. I think it's okay to run a backup quarterback for some X number of plays during the game. Give something for the defense to think about. Maybe they've got some plays memorized from practice. I think it's all good to let the backup play a bit.
You could consider the field goal. It's a 42-yarder, but you're down 18, so they're going to go for it. 4th and 5, clean pocket for Froderigo. Up in the air. I don't know about that play call. It was well read by Fenwick.
Well, you hit it on the head. It was well read. And again, you're right. I don't know about the play call. They need 5 yards. Obviously, you need a touchdown as well, but you need an open receiver to get a touchdown. So I think what they needed to do is run something short. Again, my favorite,
Get it
go
to your playmaker out in space, see if he can get a couple yards after catch.
Right, just a short pass, short slant up the middle. Send people deep, but then the middle is wide open. Check down, get the first down. But they lost the ball now.
It's a tough pass. Somebody coming off the bench and Froderigo to throw the fade route too.
Well, he is the starter.
Right. But he was a little rusty. He hadn't played in a quarter. Handoff up the middle, and now it's time for the old 5-minute offense for Fenwick. Try to run out the clock.
Well, 1:56 remaining in the third quarter, right? And then 12 more minutes for the fourth. So they got to run 14 minutes off the clock before Notre Dame can score 18 points.
Very impressive by Merrick Hill in this Fenwick offense tonight. Handoff to D'Elise.
Well, and what might be more impressive than Hill in the offense might be the defense. I mean, they've done a great job stymieing Notre Dame the whole entire game except for that first drive.
3rd and 4 at the 31. And injury on the field for Notre Dame. Has to be an actual injury, though. Otherwise, Notre Dame would be charged a timeout. The NFL changed that rule, by the way, Bob. You're automatically charged a timeout, whether it's a real injury or not.
Well, I like that. You can't tell and you can't judge the intent, yet you can't run plays with players injured on the field either. So what was happening at the end of the games, as you well know, right? People were faking injuries to stop the clock. You can't do that.
You can do it, but now you're charged
Well, now you're charged timeout, right. That's a good way to stop that practice.
It's good. I always bring that up. It's good gamesmanship. It's part of the game. The sportsmanship,
Yeah, well, now replace defense with fake injuries and LeBron and see how you feel.
Hey, it's part of the game. Gamesmanship happens in soccer all the time.
Oh, boy, yeah. You blow on a person and they fall down and they've got a twisted ankle until the referee calls a free kick from there.
Is the sportsmanship excellent? By the way, the injury
I think what's happening is
they're
they're embellishing the contact. Sorry, I jumped in there. But I think the soccer players are embellishing the contact. They really did get contact.
Right.
They just are making sure the ref sees it.
Not great sportsmanship, but it's part of the game. It's good gamesmanship. 3rd and 4. Notre Dame desperately needs the ball back. Handoff. Notre Dame read it well, and you can understand why Fenwick ran that play. Their thinking is, well, even if they stop it, the clock continues to run. If we pass it and it's an incomplete pass, it's in essence a free timeout for Notre Dame.
Well, I want them to punt here. 4th and 5, right? What are you doing? You're in your offensive set. It's got to be a quick punt, or what are you doing? You're in your own zone?
Yeah, just a hard count.
You
got 3 timeouts.
Well, it could be a hard count. If it doesn't happen, then send in your punting unit. I hope they don't run this.
No, this is a hard count.
As they've tried twice now.
And you got to make sure the center knows not to snap it. Sometimes the center accidentally snaps it.
Whoops.
That wouldn't be terrible, though. Merrick Hill would just have to know. You just backtrack 3 yards and then you punt it. You don't try to run a play if the center accidentally snaps it. It's a timeout for Fenwick. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching SBS.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
(24-6) in favor of Fenwick. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Ilsway. Final call for the text line 330-957-7653. Your favorite high school, college, or NFL memory. 4th and 5, punt formation for the Friars.
Yeah, and time is literally tick. Here's the punt. Time is literally ticking against Notre Dame here.
Well, tonight is the Notre Dame College Prep Dons, and then tomorrow is Ohio State against Notre Dame.
The other Notre Dame in town, right? I like what they did on that. Rather than down the football someplace, just hover around it and wait for the referee to blow the whistle. And that takes, 2 or 3 or 4 seconds off the clock. Not like a major amount of time. So leaves 17 seconds left in the third quarter. So Notre Dame's going to have a major comeback in the fourth quarter if they're going to get back in this one.
I'd like to see them make up their mind on a quarterback.
Yeah, I can see you peering in. Okay, where's the quarterback? What number is he?
Yep, Frederigo's back in. At times, they've used 3 different quarterbacks in the same game.
Well, we think that's going to be offsides if nobody else moved.
And the Notre Dame fans are irate. It's a free play. Keep going. Aaron Rodgers was great at that. He would see it, then he would tell the center, blue 42, make sure that he doesn't snap it. We got the play, now snap it.
Yeah, Rodgers is a very intelligent quarterback, knows the defensive signals, so he knows who's blitzing and who's not, and that sure helps.
He knows when you're offside. Handoff up the middle.
That's what they say LeBron James does in basketball. He's been around so many teams with so many offenses. He knows what the other team is running, so he knows what he needs to guard. You have to find a way to change up your plays so that at least LeBron James doesn't know what you're running.
That'll do it for the third quarter. We're going to take a break. Fourth quarter coming up next, as well as our third quarter stats here on SBS. (24-6) in favor of Fenwick. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsue. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show with Emily Lazarevic. We'll get Emmett Romius from Fenwick, assuming the score continues.
Whenever you say her last name, I feel like you're like announcing in a different language from a different planet.
Is it good or bad?
Good.
Shotgun for Fratarigo.
I think you say it the same way she says it when I hear her do the post-game shows.
I always love listening to the Cubs games. Pat Hughes would announce Wilson Contreras' name, Wilson Contreras.
Oh, right. Well, as long as you're intentionally mispronouncing, right?
Fourth down now.
And punting, so you're down 18 and punting. Not saying they shouldn't punt. I'm saying you got to do something to get past fourth down.
Well, we all know that Major League pop-up pass from Fratarigo was no bueno, but what else did he do that made it Coach Hennessy want to go to the backup?
Well, I don't know that it was that reason necessarily. Maybe he wanted to take a break. Maybe he wanted to see what the backup could do. That was a good time to maybe clear the head. Sometimes taking the quarterback out for a couple, 2 or 3 plays. Here's a fumbled punt. Taking the quarterback out for a couple, 2 or 3 plays isn't a bad call. Maybe you've got some planned plays for the backup. Who was that in baseball? Was that Randall when the foul ball was blown, or the fair ball was blown foul on that swinging bunt? No, you might not remember the play, but that's what was going on there.
Yeah,
you know,
it's illegal now for you
now,
to do that.
Right.
Well, Coach Hennessy has over 200 wins all time, partner, but he's probably not going to get another win tonight.
The coaching staff here is saying that there were only 2 plays on that. I could have sworn there were 3 plays on the fourth down. Did they actually kick on third down? We have to go back and play the replay to see. Interesting thing to replay. Anyway, Fenwick with the ball at their 30, first down.
D'Elise has to go back to the bench, and Merrick Hill will make sure that he's back there before snapping the ball. Swing play out to Nino Samir, trying to break through a tackle with the stiff arm.
Got to be careful on that block from behind. Just don't do it. First down? Not quite.
Well, partner, you're not going to win many football games, only scoring 6 points. What went wrong for Notre Dame's offense tonight?
Well, I think they misfired on a lot of the passes. The passes that were completed were very short, and there was nothing downfield. And Fenwick is very good at pursuing the run.
Extra yards after contact by Nino Samir.
That was effort. I would compare him to Montgomery again, but obviously you told me Montgomery's not playing Sunday.
Domination by Fenwick tonight. 16 first downs to just 5 for Notre Dame.
Yeah, they are an excellent team.
The penalties hurting Fenwick a little bit, though. 4 penalties against for 34 yards against. They run Smith in motion. Handoff. And it's going to be a tackle for a loss. Great job on the tackle by Landon Page.
Yeah, Notre Dame is a good team, but sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way. It was a good tackle there, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage.
And Notre Dame, they're going to have to look at the game film too many times. The wide receivers were wide open, both touchdowns. Emmett Romius and T.J. Smith were wide open.
Well, I think Hill makes them look wider open than they are. He's got a rope for an arm.
Man, how did he hang on to the football that time? 3 players were around him, and he somehow hung on to that ball.
Yeah, if you're going to get tackled, don't give it up. But he's got a great arm. Call it what you want. You know, rifle, a howitzer. It's strong arm, frozen ropes downfield, and receivers that can get open. So some of those receivers are more open when Hill is throwing it than when other quarterbacks are throwing it.
What do you want to do here if you're Fenwick? Try to get the first down or just run the ball, run some clock?
Well, or a short pass across the middle.
Takes
like
the
that.
screen to the right, then delivers it to the middle to the left. Still on his feet. 1st and 10 for T.J. Smith, and most likely the dagger against Notre Dame.
The reason I could call that play is I've seen Fenwick run that play like about 4 or 5 times between last week and this week. They let the rush come in and put the receiver across the middle on the run, and it can go for a long way, and it just did.
Man, is T.J. Smith fun to watch.
It's kind of a backbreaker, frankly.
He's going to graduate next year, the junior. Three wide receivers. No, 4. 1 in the slot.
Yeah, and they're in a shotgun with no running backs. Let's see if they can do a jet sweep here. There it goes.
Jet sweep to the wide receiver. And don't want to go out of bounds, but that's what 82 and Mikey Kakatalo did.
Yeah, I want to say I'm glad they kept it on the ground on that play, but Hill is so good. So, I mean, you don't have to take the ball out of his hands to gain yardage and to eat the clock up here. What you want to do is continue to get first downs and maybe get 31 points.
2nd and 6 at the 33. Fires it to the right as he got it that time to Romius.
And that's what I like about their offense. They throw to him behind the line, short right, short left, and then obviously he can go deep. And then also across the middle downfield. He's been all over the field on those pass receptions.
3rd and 6 at the 33. Clock stops at 8:59. Nobody in the backfield, 5 wide receivers set.
Now, from Notre Dame's perspective, this is a big play. Of course, we all know Fenwick's going to go on 4th whether they make this or not.
Shotgun, Hill,
Deep.
Wide open man, and getting there at the last second. He was open for a second, then Notre Dame with a big pick that time by Ryder Rea.
I think you said it. He was wide open, right? But how can you be wide open if it's intercepted? But he was wide open if he threw it hard and fast in the frozen rope type of a pass. But he hung it up there a little too much air, and then the safety could get in front and make the interception. Wonderful defense, but anything but wide open. So that was a big pick from Fenwick. We were talking about that being by Notre Dame. We were talking about that being a big play on 3rd down. They were going to go for it on 4th down. Instead, they just got the turnover, and they'll take that.
Right. It's about as good as a punt because it's 1st and 10 at the 9.
Right. Yeah, you should have no fear of throwing an interception in that spot, really.
Not sure why you're handing it off down 18, but they're going to hand it off there.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence in your quarterback to air it out, but I think that's probably the plan here, should be the plan here. And as much as I've been crying for Notre Dame to run a lot, it hasn't been that great against Fenwick's defense.
You got to score in the next 2 minutes, an onside kick, get the ball back, score in the next 4 minutes, another onside kick. Pass over to the right. Trying to break through the tackle that time is...
That's a tough throw. It's a long throw all the way from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline.
Completed Quentin Jackson. Went to Onahan for his schooling. Clock stops briefly. Notre Dame has to go no huddle the rest of the night. If you're just joining us, it was 6-0 Dons and then 24 unanswered by the Friars. Very few mistakes made by Merrick Hill.
Well, keep going on that, right? Very few. I mean, do you remember any?
Just the interception and missed a couple of passes.
The interception.
At the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Remember, Fenwick did not score in their first couple of possessions.
Yeah, Hill's been absolutely terrific. Somebody figured out the defense, either him, the coaching staff,
right.
Somebody.
And then after Romeus had that wide open reception down the sideline, it got Merrick Hill into a rhythm. And
yeah, that's the sequence of plays that broke the game open.
Are you surprised by what Notre Dame is doing? Because I'm shocked by this.
I'm sorry, you're shocked by this?
I'm shocked by them running the ball and letting the clock run.
Yeah.
Fraterigo. He has been substituted in this game by Dickey. They'll fake the handoff. And he was drilled on the play, and it's going to be helmet-to-helmet hit, unsportsmanlike conduct.
And the flag is on the ground over it.
So one thing the Friars got to work on, partner, these penalties are killing them. I mean, that's what you want Fraterigo to do, the quarterback draw, kill clock, force them to spike it. The one thing you can't do is a helmet-to-helmet hit. It stops the clock, and it gives Notre Dame an automatic first down.
Right. Well, and sometimes you pretty much just can't stop it. Trying to make a statement, trying to stop the guy, and you just kept your head too high. You need to get down low and drive with the shoulder. It's a lot of yards on that.
Well, a somewhat break for the Dons, but they got to find a way to score 18 points, and they got to do it in 6:54.
Well, and that's the question. Does this offense have enough juice in it to make that happen?
And you got to get an onside kick. That's why I didn't like those running plays. If you score quickly, you don't necessarily have to do an onside kick. Now you do. Fraterigo wastes time, trying to find somebody open, and then he throws it out of bounds.
And that gets tough because he's rolling left. He can't get his shoulders rotated to throw it downfield to the right, so all he could do is throw it out of bounds. I do agree, though. I think they should have been passing earlier. The runs used the clock and didn't really move them up the field quick enough. And then, of course, you saw earlier Fenwick, they scored on that one drive in 3 plays, 85 yards in 3 plays, 2 long touchdown passes. That was in the second quarter.
Three touchdown passes by Hill to 3 different receivers. It's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it.
First and 10 at the 48.
You might argue that's San Francisco's mode of operation.
They've done a great job building that team. And Brock Purdy has been great, don't get me wrong, but they found a way to get Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle all on the same team.
Right, by spreading the ball around. And 13 straight wins? Now, how many straight losses do the Bears have?
Well, the 49ers lost the NFC Championship game, so.
Okay, regular season straight wins.
Yeah,
and then
correct.
The Bears, aren't they about the same number of losses?
Yeah.
Good catch.
Yeah, tried to jump the route. First and 10 for the Dons.
I like that. You're tackling the man and the football.
Yeah, but you want them to waste clock. Even if he gets the first down, just wrap up, make them spike it or go no huddle.
I'd rather have a turnover than you're worrying about a few
right.
seconds on the clock.
You jump the route, and it allowed Notre Dame to get 10 more yards.
That was a nice offensive play.
Clean pocket for Frederigo on his back foot. One-on-one coverage. Flag on the play. And it's either going to be defensive pass interference or holding on Fenwick. Regardless, it's against the Friars.
Call it defensive pass interference. That's what I'm thinking. See what they do call.
Well, if you score a touchdown here.
That gets tough when both people are going for the ball and then the referee throws a flag. And, from here, I couldn't tell who interfered with who. Yep. To me, that was just a jump ball. They called it on the defense after all. So he must have called. He shoved him down while he's jumping up in the air, intercepting it. Okay. Run that one by it, back on replay.
1st and 10 at the 10. You have all 3 timeouts. I still think they're going to do an onside kick, even if they score it on this play. And if you score a touchdown, do you go for 2? We'll see what Hennessy wants to do. Bad snap, has to fall on it.
Boy, Fenwick was there just in a heartbeat. They don't fall on it if it's Fenwick's ball. And even if he holds on to it, Fenwick had a real good rush on that play.
Well, you got to get 3 scores regardless. So if you're Notre Dame here, Bob, do you consider bringing the field goal kicker in soon, kick the field goal, and go down 15? You got to score 18 points regardless.
Yeah, I don't go that route, but I understand because right now you're kind of deep territory. Kick it, then get 2 onside kicks, touchdowns. But I would be going for a touchdown also here.
Well, now you can't go for the field goal because now you've lost all that yardage from a fumble and a sack.
Well, or, it's 3rd or 4th down, a long way to go. Maybe the field goal is the way to go because on 4th down, you're not likely to pick it up if you're this far away from a 1st down. I mean, it's 3rd and a long way.
3rd and 23. Here. Not a lot of plays in the playbook. In fact, you usually don't design anything for 3rd and 23.
Yeah, I think I'm going your way on this one. It's going to be 4th and a long way. Kick it.
Frederigo, it's a screen pass, and they were not fooled. Colin Murray drills the tailback on the screen pass. It was passed that time to Damian Taylor. 4th down, you're down 18. You need the field goal eventually.
Well, if you have a kicker that can make it, this is the time to do it because you got to throw a Hail Mary into the end zone, catch it, 2 more on sides. I think let's see, what would it be, 25, 42-yard kick? Well, that's outside his range, too, one would guess.
Yeah, it's a 42-yard kick. They're going to have to go for it. Frederigo rolls outside the pocket. Flag on the play to the sideline. Most likely a hold, but it was incomplete, so Fenwick will decline it, and it's going to be a Fenwick victory tonight.
Yeah, you got to look back on that play. That was a late flag. Fenwick was on the ground and getting pushed by Notre Dame. I don't know if I would have called that, but they did. So even if that pass was completed, it wouldn't have counted. It's Fenwick's ball.
Well, we'll see if they keep Hill in the game or if they run the backup to just hand the ball off.
Yeah, that's another great question. If you're going to put the backup in, now would be a good time. Obviously run the game, but if you're going to put the backup in, I feel like you need him to throw a pass or 2. Again, if you're putting in the backup, you want to see what he can actually do. Of course, you don't want Hill getting extra snaps where he could risk getting an injury as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you bring Hill back into the game, he's just going to hand it off 3 times. See if Notre Dame wants to use some gamesmanship, call 3 timeouts, or if they just let the clock run and take the loss.
24-6. If I'm Notre Dame, I'm going to let that clock run. And then same thing, if I'm Fenwick, I'm not going to pass.
So that'll do it for Merrick Hill. The much-deserved seat on the bench, 3 touchdown passes. He was the difference tonight. They're going to pass, surprisingly, but it's just a screen pass. Out to the left as they bring in the subs. That time that pass was delivered. I don't have a 49. Was it 49 or 46? So Frankie Hosty on the pass. And I believe it was to Ben Jarnecki, 48.
So he did put the subs in and let him pass. Oh, what we can say, it was a good spiral, good tight spiral on the back pass to the left.
It better be a good tight spiral on a 2-yard lateral. But then again,
did the color announcer do his job? One team is in black and the other team is in white with green numbers.
This game has been pretty black and white. One team has been great on offense, the other team not so much. It's been straight chalk tonight. The team with the better record showed why they had the better record tonight.
Well, and of course 3-1 and 2-2, that's not a whole lot different, but yeah, it's showing. Now it's going to be 4-1 and 2-3, and now there is a big difference in this tough Catholic league.
Well, they're 4-1. Should they be 3-2? St. Francis would make that argument. I'll make that argument. You know what? St. Francis didn't make all the plays, and Fenwick took advantage of it. Now they're going to be 4-1.
Well, at the end, it's you know, like they say, you are what your record is. You can't say you're better than your record.
You can't say you're worse than your record.
Meanwhile, third down, he's passing again.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but they want to see what Frankie Hosty can do instead it's a quarterback sneak.
I'm going to say he wasn't ever going to pass that ball. But he did make it look like it. Now, you would think they would punt this away, right?
Well, it's like you said, Bob, and I agree with you and Notre Dame. You could call timeouts to extend this game, but you just haven't seen enough of your offense to think they're going to score 3 times in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think you just let it run. I think Fenwick's counting on them letting it run when they get the ball back.
Frankie Hosty, the younger brother of E.J. Hosty. We saw him last year. And then Merrick Hill took over for Hosty during the Prep Bowl. Don't go anywhere. The postgame show is coming up next.
So they tried to do that old pull them off sides trick. Didn't work. Even if they got the 5 yards, didn't look like it would be a first down. And now the punting unit will probably come on.
So our last time out of the night, you're watching the Friars against the Dons here on SBS.
For over 60 years, Air Room has been creating a
Punt return by Notre Dame. It's returned that time by Breen as he's brought down short of the 40-yard line.
Pretty good punt return. It's not like Notre Dame's given up. They want their jobs too. So they're 43-yard line, minute 38. So if I'm Notre Dame, I'd still air it out. I'm just going to still try to score that one touchdown. Give your 2-minute offense a little bit of a workout against a live defense. It's just never the same trying to set that stuff up in practice against your own defense. You got a total scouting report on who can do what. So I would go for it, but let's see what Notre Dame actually does.
They chose to not call timeouts. Over the middle. Somehow that got through as he completes it that time to Tom Janis.
That ball was just thrown a little too slow for me, allowing the defender to almost pick it off, but it was complete.
I mean, that's why Frederigo lost his job briefly in the third quarter. I mean, he's had some trouble with zipping the ball.
Well, and that's what makes Hill so good, right? He's got a lot of zip on the ball, right?
Timeout called by Notre Dame. We'll stick with the action. So 2 timeouts called by Fenwick, 2 timeouts called by Notre Dame. Nope. Right here. .117 remaining on the clock, and Notre Dame, they played well in the first quarter, but if you want to be great, Bob, it has to be an always thing, not a sometimes thing.
Well, all's true, of course, but I think what happened here is the Fenwick's greatness showed up. I don't know that Notre Dame played that bad. Fenwick is really good.
Got to figure out this quarterback situation, though. Frederigo was not great tonight, and he was subbed.
Well, there's a wide open receiver.
Yeah.
But again, why did he not get out of bounds is a great question. Okay, get a first down, the clock stops, not for very long. Has to be
I don't mind it so much, partner, because you can still spike it, but at the high school level, we just don't see a lot of quarterbacks that feel comfortable spiking the ball.
Yeah, I think he should have gone out.
They did gain extra 10 yards by not spiking it. Screen pass to left. That's kind of a break for Notre Dame. He would have been tackled in bounds, would have wasted more clock. He drops it, so it stops the clock.
Yeah, you got a point. But again, that roll to the left, you got to get the shoulders aimed downfield. The ball is on the right hash mark, so the rolling to the right is on the short side. This is where I like to run to the left to move the ball to the left. But you don't have time for runs.
Federico on the quarterback keeper, and he slides. Well, it's a Notre Dame team that went to the quarterfinals last year. They graduated a lot of skill players, and they had to replace integral parts of the offense. Luke Dickey, just a sophomore, who replaced the senior in Federico.
That was a good tackle, again, to keep him from going out of bounds. Stopping the clock because of the first down, though. Fenwick, a well-schooled team. They know the situation. Keep the receivers inbounds.
The Dons also had to reload this offensive line. Their center came back in Ricky Russ. Ryan Losick, Jimmy Donnelly, as that's a screen pass to the left. And with 14 seconds left.
So I like this. We talked earlier about them practicing their 2-minute drive here. They can't win the game, but they're showing how to move the ball in the last 2 minutes. And against a good live defense as opposed to their own defensive team. So this is a good exercise for Notre Dame to run through.
That's a good exercise for Fenwick. You know, when you're in a spot like this, you're up by a lot of points, just allow the offense to keep running clock.
Well, and Fenwick's doing a good job keeping all the receivers in front of them until the touchdown.
So the touchdown pass to Brendan Fletcher. Too little, too late, but they do score their second touchdown of the night, 24-12. And see if they want to go for two.
They need to go for the 12-point after touchdown conversion play.
So on the box score, it'll be like, oh, they only lost by 2 scores, but for the people that attended tonight, it was clearly a Fenwick domination.
Yeah, and they had the first 6 points, too.
If they're going to go for 1 point, it'll be Cuban again. As is a good kick, but it's blown dead by the ref.
Procedure, back up 5 yards, kick again. They just wanted to practice their longer field goals as opposed to the extra points.
Well, if you're an Oliver optimist, I'm kind of a negative Ned. I think that
Oliver optimist?
Yeah. Trying to think of another O name.
Orist.
Orist?
That could work.
Is that a name, Orist?
Orist? Yeah.
Otto, an Otto optimist.
You could probably have a bunch of people chat you in some O names.
A negative Nathaniel and an optimist and an Otto optimist, an optimistic Otto.
So he has to pretend 9 seconds ago, make this kick, you win the game.
Ha! Good snap, good hold. The kick, that time by Cuban, is straight through, 24-13. Now you just need an onside kick, a Hail Mary, another onside kick, and another Hail Mary.
Meanwhile, he goes back to school next day, right? And, hey, I made my kick.
Goes to school on Saturday?
Well, when they go to school on Monday, he'll say on Friday's game, I got the kick.
Unless it's the Breakfast Club, he might have Saturday school.
Probably not Saturday school. So we got 1 kick to go with 9 seconds. Unless they fair catch it, then they get to...
In honor of the Breakfast Club, what's your favorite 80s movie, Bob?
Oh, 80s movie? Oh, my God. Back then, I remember all those years, it was Silver Streak.
I've never
Gene
seen
Wilder.
that.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
So no Breakfast Club, no Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Those were good movies. But, yeah, I always liked Silver Streak. It was a comedy, and you know I don't like comedies typically, so
yeah,
it had to be a good one.
You're so the fun police.
I like war movies, right?
War
thrillers.
Movies. I'm sure your wife loves going to those movies with you.
Yeah, right. No, she watches Hallmark movies all the time.
Intentionally?
Yeah, intentionally, right.
Not with a couple of adult beverages in her system and then watches it?
No, they're just too wholesome for me.
They're awful, man. They are just... I don't know what's worse, Hallmark movies or Lifetime original movies. They're both
I think they're
pretty
about
bad.
the same.
See if they want to do the outside kick.
I mean, a lot of people like them. They're wholesome. They're always love stories, and you have to wait 2 hours, and somebody kisses at the end, and that's it.
Cuban will kick. It's an onside one. Pretty good kick up in the air.
They got it.
Notre Dame got it back.
So this is a loss for Notre Dame, but at the same time, they had a good 2-minute offense at the end of the game. They learned how to get the ball on an onside kick. They'll get at least a Hail Mary or something they get to play around with here. So sometimes you can take some good things out of a loss.
And that was surprising that Fenwick didn't make more of an effort to get that. But just to play devil's advocate, you're up by 11. Why try to risk injury by going all out to recover it?
Well, yeah, players want their jobs too. I'm like you, a little bit surprised they didn't have more hands, people up on the line there to grab that.
They didn't make a great effort to get it either, but they're also up 11 with 9 seconds left. You're not going to lose this game. Well, you have a time for a Hail Mary or a hook and ladder. See what Notre Dame wants to do. Federico in the pocket. He's going to step into his throw right down the middle. And almost picked off by French. That would have been his second pick of the game. And we'll have time for one more play.
So one more second. The question is, did that ball hit the ground or did that ball land on his hand while it was on the ground? I don't know. From here, unfortunately, we were screened, and we got the same camera angle from here, so I don't know if you replay that, you're ever going to know.
He tried to get it to Fletcher from St. Paul the cross. 24-13, but it was for most of the second half, 24-6.
So depending on who the postgame show is going to be with, maybe you can ask that question. Was that a catch?
And they're just going to hand it off. He's still on his feet, and then finally brought down by the Friars. And the Fenwick Friars have won 2 in a row. As Coach Lou Brown said in the movie Major League 2, if they win next week, that would be 3 in a row. That's what they call a winning streak. It has happened before.
Yep, coaches sometimes are Captain Obvious, and sometimes players just need to hear it. But what a great game for Fenwick here. They outplayed Notre Dame ever since that first 6 points got on the board.
So far, excellent crew. Post-game show coming up next. But for our excellent crew, Chris Angela, Bob Vilsaway, Kyle Smith, Sean Mitchell, and Emily Lazarevich. Post-game show coming up with Emily here on SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. But my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, We also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what they say, you can't trust a dog to watch your house or your sandwich. Call Forest Security today.
Call us today at 708-452-2000 or visit forestsecurity.com.
NBA championship. Just ask Denver Nugget fans, for example. Starting as the Denver Rockets in 1967, in the now defunct American Basketball Association, the Nuggets never made the NBA Finals prior to last season, much less winning the whole enchilada. And then there are teams like the Phoenix Suns who have never won an NBA title. But as bad as the Suns have been during the postseason, other teams have been much worse. In fact, there are 5 teams who have never even reached the NBA Finals. But why is that the case? Bad luck, bad management, not enough time? Each of these franchises are to be analyzed to better figure out what went wrong, what's going wrong, and what may continue to go wrong, or right for that matter. Let's dig a little deeper why these 5 teams have never made it to the NBA Finals. Number 1 on our list, the Los Angeles Clippers. Their best finish was during the 2020-21 season, 47-35 record, and they lost to the Suns 4-2 in the Western Conference Finals. Here's a bad trade for you. In 2019, the Clippers received just Paul George. The Thunder received Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Danilo Gallinari, 2021 first-round pick, which turned out to be Trey Mann, 2022 first-round pick in Jalen Williams, 2023 first-round protected pick from the Heat, 2024 first-round pick, 2025 first-round pick swap, and a 2026 first-round pick swap. Why was it bad? Well, a majority of GMs would have done it at the time, pairing Paul George with Kawhi Leonard after he just carried the Raptors to a championship, as was said in an episode of Fairly Odd Parents.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? But so far, it hasn't paid off like it was supposed to. A disappointing loss to the Nuggets in the 2019-2020 semifinals, a Kawhi-less conference finals appearance in 2020-21, no playoffs in 2022, and most likely not reaching the finals for another couple of years. When Leonard and George play together, the Clippers win about 72% of their games. The problem is, they simply don't play together due to constant injury problems. Most recently, George missed the entire 2023 postseason due to a right knee sprain, and Leonard missed most of the 2023 Western Conference quarterfinals. Simply put, Leonard and George have suffered numerous injuries and ailments throughout their time together. Call it the curse of the Clippers. As recently as January 13th, Paul George suffered a right hamstring injury, and in December, Leonard had already missed 6 games with a right ankle sprain. Entering February 6th, Leonard and George only played together in 25 games in 2022-23. And with Leonard's partially torn ACL during the 2020-21 season, it's safe to say the Clippers' curse is in full force. Consider this. As late as January 26, 2023, Leonard and George only played together in 4 straight games. That means that every 5th games, the Clippers have to play without one of their superstar forwards. It's usually Leonard who's not in the lineup. Entering February 8th, Leonard only started in 29 games and played in 31 overall. Not only have they not been healthy, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander looks like he could be a legitimate superstar. His numbers last season were simply fantastic, enough for him to possibly win the MVP award. If the dominoes fall correctly and everyone is healthy come playoff time, then this trade could be salvageable. But if they can't at least make the finals in 2024, it looks like Kawhi, PG, and the Clippers management may look at other options. Even with Kawhi and PG-13 in the lineup, the Clippers star forwards went 0 for 11 from the field and 0 points during Game 7 of the 2020 Western Conference semifinals. Here's 3 bad draft picks for you during the history of Clippers basketball. In 2010, the Clippers selected Al-Farouq Aminu 8th overall. Career stats, 7.5 points per game, 6 total rebounds per game, and 1.2 assists. Notable picks following Aminu: Gordon Hayward 9th and Paul George 10th. Of course, they ended up with Paul George anyway. In 1996, Lorenzen Wright 7th overall. Career stats, 8 points, 6.4 rebounds, 0.8 assists. Notable picks following Lorenzen Wright: Kobe Bryant 13th, Steve Nash 15th. 1987, Reggie Williams 4th overall. Career stats, 12.5 points, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Notable picks following that: Scottie Pippen 5th and Reggie Miller 11th. When you start with the Los Angeles Clippers, most of the NBA teams who have yet to make a finals appearance at least have the haven't been around long enough excuse. But not the Clippers. They were established as the Buffalo Braves in 1970, then relocating and rebranding as the San Diego Clippers in 1978, to ultimately landing in Los Angeles in 1984, where they have remained since. The Clippers are not only one of the biggest dumpster fire franchises in NBA history, but sports history in general. Here's a fun fact for you. They are the only franchise to relocate 3 times
and have more losing seasons than winning in each of the 3 relocations. The Buffalo Braves had 5 losing seasons to 3 winning, San Diego Clippers with 5 losing to 1 winning, and the beloved Los Angeles Clippers with 23 losing to 13 winning. They made the conference finals once in 2021, the conference semifinals 8 times, 3 as the Buffalo Braves, where they didn't have to win a round 1 to get in, and 7 first-round exits. Every team they had up until 2010 is completely forgettable. Every team since then has been completely disappointing. Not that the Buffalo Braves and San Diego Clippers were always terrible. Braves combo power forward and center Bob McAdoo led the league in scoring in 3 consecutive seasons from 1974 to 76. He was even the league MVP during the 74-75 season, but the Braves just couldn't get it done in the Eastern Conference, and once McAdoo left the Braves for the rival New York Knicks, the Braves never made the playoffs again until they relocated to California. Donald Sterling eventually became owner of the team once they arrived in Los Angeles. For 33 years, they were owned by a racist who, coincidentally, was also negligent, cheap, and totally incompetent as the owner of a professional sports franchise. Besides the infamous racist diatribe to his girlfriend V. Stiviano, Donald Sterling's ownership of the Clips was by far the worst in NBA history. Not only did Sterling get fined by the NBA for publicly admitting his team would lose enough games to draft Ralph Sampson first overall, but Sterling was so racist that the United States Department of Justice sued him in 2006 for housing discrimination. Sterling agreed to pay about $2.7 million to settle the allegations stemming from the former Clippers owner refusing to rent apartments to African Americans and black families with children. Simply put, it was a great idea to ban Sterling forever from the Clippers, but his incompetence as an owner drastically hurt LA's chances at reaching the finals. Here's another team for you, the Minnesota Timberwolves. During the 2003-04 season, they finished with a 58-24 record, and they lost to the Lakers 4-2 in the Western Conference Finals. Here's one bad franchise-altering trade. Just last season, the Timberwolves received Rudy Gobert in a trade. The Jazz received Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverley, Leandro Balmaro, Walker Kessler, who was the number 22 pick in the 2022 draft, Jared Vanderbilt, 2023 first-round pick, 2025 first-round pick, 2026 pick swap, 2027 first-round pick, and a 2029 first-round pick. And why it was bad. The problem with this trade is that the Timberwolves are selling out to win immediately. This is a win-right-now move, but it doesn't make them anything really close to a contender. While Gobert doesn't give you anything offensively besides hard screens and putbacks, he's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. But with a quarter-season sample size, the Timberwolves already sat at 14th in defensive efficiency. They ended the 2022 season at 13. Not an ideal place to be after you sold the farm for a guy who was supposed to turn your team into some sort of defensive juggernaut. On top of that, the Jazz, who made this trade presumably trying to tank, ended up with a similar record to the Timberwolves in 2023. Here's 3 bad draft picks for you. In 2009, the Timberwolves selected Johnny Flynn, 6th overall. Career stats, 9.2 points, 1.9 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and Flynn wasn't in the league for very long. Notable picks following that. Stephen Curry, 7th, DeMar DeRozan, 9th. The Timberwolves selected a slew of point guards in this draft, including Ty Lawson, but Lawson and Curry both didn't play for the Timberwolves, not even one game. In 2010, the Timberwolves selected Wesley Johnson, 4th overall. Career stats, 7 points, 3.2 rebounds, 1.1 assists. Notable picks following Wesley Johnson. DeMarcus Cousins, 5th overall, just the pick following Johnson. And Paul George, 10th. 1989, Pooh Richardson, 10th overall. Career stats, 11.1 points, 2.8 rebounds, 6.5 assists per game. Notable picks following that. Tim Hardaway, 14th. Shawn Kemp, 17th. When it comes to the history of the Timberwolves, since their conception in 1989, the Timberwolves have been a complete train wreck 99% of the time. They never had a playoff team until the 1996-97 season, where they were swept by the Hakeem Barkley Rockets. Subsequently, the T-Wolves went on to lose in the first round 6 years straight. Their 7 consecutive first-round exits, 1997 to 2002, remains the longest streak of first-round exits in NBA history. Their one silver of hope came in the 2003-04 season, when the season's MVP, Kevin Garnett, led them to their only conference finals appearance, where they lost to a declining Kobe and Shaq combo in 6 games. After their best season in franchise history, they tanked. Unable to put a viable roster next to the one true superstar they had in Kevin Garnett, they went the next 3 seasons without a playoff appearance before he was traded to the Celtics in 2007, where he immediately won a championship with the Boston